The Rap Roundtable.
Yeah. As promised, the undisputed heavyweight champion of New York rap is in the building.
Yeah.
Rome Streetz returns to the Rap Roundtable. Rome, what's good, family?
Yo, what's the deal?
It's good to have you back here, man.
Yes, sir.
Good to be back, man.
Shit, yo, real quick. Sim was talking about it off wax. The very first time we came to this spot was with Rome Streetz.
Yes, sir.
We debuted our pod in the Brooklyn Podcast Studio with a classic interview with Rome Streetz.
That's a fact.
3 years ago.
Yes.
And damn it, a lot has changed.
Damn,
A
lot has transpired.
You know what I mean?
That passport look crazy right
Yeah,
now.
man.
Wow, yeah.
Lots
Let's
going
get
on.
into it.
Hell yeah.
Let's
So
talk
Rome,
about it.
real quick, man, before we get into anything serious, B, the one thing I could say from just watching your progression and your elevation over the last few years has had me wondering, like, what's different in your life? You could say, like, what's the main thing you could feel like, all right, this ain't the same as it was before shit started moving in a different direction?
I'm famous.
That's
Straight to the point. Like, honestly, it's a different level now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's still not at the highest level of fame, you know what I'm saying? But I can't go anywhere. Like, every time I try to go somewhere and feel like I'm inconspicuous, like, oh, people don't know me here. They know. You understand what I'm saying? Or like, I'll be at the most random place and somebody would be like, oh shit, yo, Rome Streetz, what's good? Yo, I love your shit. I'll be at the airport, the motherfucker at TSA put my shit through the shit like, oh shit, Rome Streetz, yo, look, bro. And the whole TSA like, yo, I fuck with your shit. Like,
Can I get a pic?
like, that's ill to me.
That's
You
dope,
understand
man.
what I'm saying? Like, or just, like, I was in Greece in a restaurant eating, and then like, two dudes just walk in the restaurant like, Rome Streetz, please, can I get a picture? I'm like,
That's dope, man.
like, how y'all even know I was in here? Like,
That's
you
a
know what I'm
flex.
saying?
That's crazy.
That's
So
dope.
it's like, that's ill.
So now probably like when you go out, like it's probably in the back of your mind, like, oh, I'm gonna run into somebody and it's gonna be like, do you feel like that's gonna be an inconvenience?
Oh, nah, it's not no inconvenience. I don't even look at it like that.
All right.
I just do my regular shit. It's to the point where people tell me, like, oh, Rome, like, stop doing regular human shit. Like, like certain things
You're
you
not a
don't
regular
need to
human
do.
no more,
Like,
bro.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, to be fair, we was at the Book of Hove last Sunday, and we see you
Yo,
leaving that.
all right.
Oh, what?
Listen,
Being a regular nigga.
Yo, I didn't.
look.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's
since
crazy?
he brought, I wasn't gonna bring it up.
No, I gotta bring it up.
No. You know what's crazy though? The whole time I was in there, like, all right, so boom. It was like damn near like right before the last day. I've been trying to go the whole time, and trust me, the first day I actually got in there. Like, I went through the side entrance of the
smart
library.
nigga.
The kids nigga.
Yeah, but like it was so many people there, and I was so confused about what was going on. I thought I had to line up in there. So I'm like, nah, fuck that, I ain't waiting on the line. And people say, oh shit, Rome Streetz. I'm like, yeah. If I'm in here, I gotta go straight into the shit. But I didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just come back another day. You understand what I'm saying? And then like, the whole time I'm like, damn, son, I ain't gonna get to see it. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just go early the next day. I ain't know what time it opened or nothing. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. So then I goes to walk over there, and I'm like, at first I park the car, I walk, I'm like, damn, ain't nobody here. I'm like, this shit ain't even open.
Yeah.
So now I goes there, and I see people there, but it ain't that many people. It's like a couple people, but it's not open. But I just remember like watching the news the day before, and the line was all the way down the block. I'm like, you know what?
That was
If
us. We
I
was
don't
there.
see it today,
We went home.
I ain't gonna see it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? It was early. It was like 11 something. Shit ain't open till 1. But I was like right in the front. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill. You know what I mean? So I chill. And I'm like, damn, I don't want my you understand what I'm saying? But then like the line just got long as hell. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm here.
That line was
Nah.
halfway
So
to Empire.
I went in.
bro.
I went in there, and then I'm like, I goes through. I'm like, all right, shit. Nobody noticed me. I'm good. Like, I'm just chilling. Soon as I walk out, somebody like, yo, Rome Streetz. I'm like, oh, what up? So then, like, that was actually somebody that said something. Somebody people might see me and not say anything. You get what I'm saying? So if y'all saw me,
Now we peeped. He was like, "Oh, that's room right there." But we on this line, so let me tilt my umbrella down.
So a little transparency. You know what I mean? We're Jarv and I are on the line. We were the only two that from the table that had not gone to see it. Dini had went to see it. Mase had went to see it. So we went together, or we met up there, and we went up there on Saturday, and the line was dumb long. So we just went home. It was like, yo, we'll try again tomorrow. Tomorrow came, long ass line again. And so when we seen you coming out, like for a split second, I wanted to be like, yo, bro. But then I was like, yo, we're standing on this long ass line feeling broke as
like
hell.
some regular niggas.
You know what I mean?
Some regular niggas.
I got my rap roundtable hat on. That's not doing nothing right now. I'm still on this
It's
line.
not getting me nowhere right now. What the fuck?
So, it was like, nah, let him in China.
And it was raining too. It was like, fuck it, let niggas live. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
As when I went in there, you know what I'm saying, I'm not a rapper, but I was heavily inspired when I went in there. You know what I'm saying? It was just beautiful to see the lineage that Hov just laid out for like in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? What did it do for you? Did you feel anything when you went in there? Pause.
I was just inspired. You understand what I'm saying? I was inspired just to see like how much you can accumulate as a rapper. You understand what I'm saying? Like think about like, okay, according to him, he doesn't write none of his lyrics.
Right.
So therefore, there's nothing physical when it comes to him creating this rap besides like a burnt CD. To the point, you have a whole museum based upon shit that you made in your mind. You understand what I'm saying?
That's an ill way to
That's
look at
some
it.
ill shit. But I look at a lot of things like that in life because I do that. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of things that have occurred just in my life lately that I'm like super duper proud of are thoughts. You understand what I'm saying? Even things that I was doing before rap. It was like, you know what? I just had this fucking plan. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just try to do this shit. And then it happened. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like just being able to like turn your thoughts and your dreams into a physical thing that somebody could touch to the point where it could be a whole museum about this thing.
Yeah.
That shit is ill. You understand what I'm saying? And just to look like, you know, like I met Jay-Z before, but not like as the rapper roam streets. You understand what I'm saying? I met him while I was doing some whole other shit. And I didn't say like, yo, I'm a rapper. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, you know, it just for the fact that I was able to just like meet him there in that setting was like, you know what? I got myself here. I wasn't doing rap, but I was doing some other shit, but it got me there.
You got
but now it's like, you know, when I said on that song, like next year you might see me at the Rock Nation brunch. But then like now, you know, I gotta deal with Rock Nation. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just for me, it's like, you know, I'm looking at this like, yo, this could be me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm on that wave. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
you feel like you kind of manifested these things?
It's possible.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like. I feel like, yo, honestly, I'm a super duper manifesting ass motherfucker. Like, I've manifested so much shit, it's not even funny. And it's not even like, it's to the point where I feel like there's a formula for manifestation. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the things that you really like feel strongly about, that's burning in your heart, in your mind, you understand what I'm saying? If you try your hardest to bring those things to life, it's like the law of attraction. You understand what I'm saying? If you really want to do something, you gotta eat, sleep, breathe that shit, and you'll become it. Like your thoughts become your words become your actions become your reputation, who you are. You understand what I'm saying? Your lifestyle. So if you want to do something, you gotta do that shit.
Roman, let's talk life coach.
Facts. Roman, let's talk about some super hip hop shit real quick. Because what I've noticed is like your name is almost like how you know Pepsi is gonna be cold as motherfucker and shit gonna have the bubbles. Like the Rome Streetz name kind of like it almost gives you props to like know like or to be the person who says Rome Streetz is my favorite. It almost gives you more credibility as a fan. I feel like in the 90s it might have been Big L, you know what I mean? In the 2000s it might have been like the Clips, you know what I mean? The 2010s probably Kendrick, you know what I mean? To let niggas know, oh, I'm a hip hop nigga. I know what the fuck is going on. Rome Streetz seems to be that name nowadays, you know what I mean? What type of pressure does that put on you?
It ain't really no pressure, honestly. it's not no pressure at all because, like, just saying that, like, if you're a Rome Streetz fan, you're a real hip hop head, I get it because, you know, like, it's a lot of bullshit in rap. You understand? It's a lot of shit that ain't even rap that gets considered as rap.
Right.
So it's like, if you like Rome Streetz, you really into some real shit because you had to kind of dig for that. You kind of, you know what I mean? You had to dig through you had to get past all the bullshit to be like, yo, this is it right here.
That's that shit.
Because it's not at the forefront of the rap thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like a motherfucking secret society, but it's not a secret. But, you know what I mean?
Right.
I would say it's no pressure because I've been doing this shit. Like, there's songs that I made that I felt like, it was like, I fucking hate that shit. People like, yo, that's my favorite fucking song. I'm like, what? Like, you understand? Like, bro, I've done shit where I was just like, I'm not proud of this. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm a hustler. Sometimes I've done raps for the money.
Right.
I didn't put my soul, I didn't put all my effort into this thing like how I put into this thing. That I feel like, yo, this is that shit. But the thing that I feel like I didn't put my all into, people be like, yo, this is it. This is the best shit that ever came out. So it's like, you know what? It's not necessarily pressure because I feel like this is a natural thing that I do. Like, you understand? Like, I test myself with this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I went to the studio the other day to go do a joint. You understand what I'm saying? I had to put a verse on the track. Was like, you know what? I could have just went in there and spit a verse that I already wrote, but I'm like, you know what? I really do this rap shit. I'm gonna walk in the studio with nothing on my mind. As soon as the beat come on, the first thing that come to my mind, I'ma rap it. And it's gonna be it's still gonna come out fire. Like, with no thought. Just like, you know what? I'ma just do this. I'ma write this like it's a freestyle. And the shit came out fire. So I'm like, nigga, I do this shit. Like, I could, if you tell me to write a rap at the snap of a finger, I could do it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm put here to do. I'm probably put here to do other shit because life is long and you figure out different things in your life at different times. But right now, I'm a rapper for real. And I could do it at the drop of a dime. So it's like, it ain't no pressure to do this shit.
At a very high level as well.
Yeah, staying right there real quick. The last time you were here, I asked you about your creative process. Is there anything that's changed since then? Considering, you know, you're famous now. You know what I mean? Like, you're overseas. You got shows upon shows upon shows. Like, has your creative process changed at all? Have you had to adapt to that?
Like, just me as an artist, I always want to be better. Even if I feel like right now I'm the best, or I'm the best I ever been, I still want to be better than that. Like, there's no limit to how good you can be at this thing. Cause I feel like I haven't reached the point where I feel like I maxed out. Like, you know, like, okay, you want to be good at basketball. So it's like, all right, I want to be able to like do a 360 between the legs. Bang. Once you can master that, you feel like, yeah, I did it. I feel like I haven't actually done the thing that I felt like is the super duper mastery level of rap. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? In my eyes. Right. Like a creative thing, like whether it's a body of work, whether it's just a thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I haven't reached that peak with the rap shit.
Do you have any like sort of inkling of what that might be, or is it something like sort of nebulous that you're just like?
It's just like, it's just that creativity. Like, I can't really put it in words. It's just the way that I want to be with making music that I feel like I haven't captured yet. Okay. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like now as opposed to then, like, I just want to stretch my pen, talk about different things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even with underground rap, like, I feel like I kind of, not all the way, but I feel like I kind of maxed out. I maxed it out. Like, I want to do something else. Like, I want to fucking make a hit record. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I want to do that shit. I don't want to be one of these underground niggas that be like, oh, you know, I only want to make this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you understand? If I could make a fucking song with Taylor Swift and get 79 billion streams tomorrow, I'm on that shit. So you understand what I'm saying?
Do you ever think about, like, that contingent of, like, super Rome heads was like, nah, we want the streets. Like, if you make that song with Taylor Swift, do you ever feel like you might let them down?
But yo, listen, like, I put it like this. With me, I'm a fan of rap also. So it's like, even if I do that, I'd always do this. I'ma always give motherfuckers that shit because that's what I like. Like, I didn't come into rap liking the pop rap.
Facts.
I like the grittiest shit possible. You understand what I'm saying? I like that raw shit. I like that subway tunnel shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I know my fans love that.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Streetz.
When I hear my shit sometimes, like, I be like, yo, wow. This nigga- you understand? Like, yo, put like this, like, I don't listen to my shit. I probably just listen to my current shit that I'm making. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I listened to Noise Candy 1 the other day. Like, right before I went into the Jay-Z museum, I'm riding around like, let me just listen to Noise Candy 1. I'm like, yo, because once I forgot the rhyme, it's like I didn't make it. Somebody else made it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I'm hearing it again for the first time because I can't sing along with it.
You can
So I'm
truly
listening
judge
to
it,
the shit like, oh, nah, yo, like, oh, shit, like, I'm a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I still wanna get better, but now my creative process is more just like,
Nah, but staying there.
I wanna
with-
stretch it though.
with the process, because I noticed it, you know, as you ascent to your Griselda debut. People were loving everything you had put out prior to that. That you think it was Contraband. Then there was another project you did. Who was that producer's name again?
DJ Muggs.
DJ
Definitely
Muggs.
Magician.
But then they got mad at Conductor. They felt like that's not the sound we want for Rome Streets. How did you feel with that kind of reception? Oh, we don't want Conductor screaming all over the beats. All this and that.
You gotta understand. It's like, that's the shit I like. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
to me right now, my two favorite producers right now is Conductor and Wavy.
Wavy to
Shout out
God.
You understand what I'm saying? But like, at that particular time I was making Kiss the Ring, like, Conductor was sending me that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then, like, another point I want to make before I go there is like, I wanna just do different shit because I feel like the underground shit all sounds the same. It's like now I have a different perspective. It's like now that I'm part of Griselda, it's like I see people just I see people just trying to do Griselda shit.
Just replicate the sound you think?
Yeah, they're not like doing. They're not doing their own shit.
They're
Like
not
even
doing
me,
them,
like
yeah.
even in the beginning before I got with Griselda, my whole mentality was like, yo, what can I do that Griselda ain't doing to stand out from them niggas?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But that's what got me noticed by them niggas. You understand what I'm saying? But I just feel like everybody's kind of doing the same shit. So it's like, I don't really see myself going, like, not saying I won't do underground shit, I'm not trying to, but it's just like, I just want to go somewhere else.
Is that
You
where
understand what I'm
Chrome
saying?
Magnum came in? Like that kind of vibe?
Honestly, Chrome Magnum, that was like an audible. It was a whole other song that was supposed to go right there.
Okay.
Another Conductor song, but I just got so many Conductor songs at this point. It's just like, yeah, I mean, but
Just
that's
sitting in the hard
like
drive?
the way I'm rapping on Chrome Magnum. That's how I'm rapping on the Conductor album. Like, you know what I mean?
Waiting on
It's
that.
just like a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to rap about different things or just pull from different aspects. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's part of it, but I feel like everything is just drug rap now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point where it's like, it's just too much of that shit. Because I feel like everybody is trying to just do what Griselda's doing. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, it just is that's just my perspective. Like, when I hear a lot of people, like, this type of rap wasn't even fucking popular the other day. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, running it up, running it up. Everybody was
He's
doing
not
that
wrong.
shit
Facts.
2 weeks ago. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody was trying to make that. You understand what I'm saying? Now that motherfuckers see that this shit has a whole lane, is taking up space in rap now.
Now they trying to come
Everybody wants to rap like this.
Then you get a
so
Scary
now
Hours.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
who is the most known motherfucker that rap like that does this rap? Benny the Butcher. So everybody in the hood rap like Benny now. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I get it. But it's just like, it ain't really it ain't no creativity in the shit past the creative niggas. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I just want to add other elements to this shit because I feel like too much of the same element is in this pot now.
Well, it's
Throw another seasoning in it. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I kind of just made the shake and bake shit. That's why I put the pocket full of beans on the Noise Candy. That's why I did them other type of songs.
I feel you.
You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of the leading thinkers in this shit is doing that. That's why West did that album like that. That's why Benny got the song like Big. You understand? Because it's too much of the same.
Elevate.
Yeah, we gotta elevate. If you feel like you were the leader in this shit, you gotta lead. Bring other shit into this shit so it ain't stale. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
it's interesting because, you know, to tap in even more to the Griselda thing. I look at Griselda as almost like the Lakers of the underground, right? We gonna call West Jerry Buss. We had Wilt, you know what I mean? We done had, you know, Magic. We done had Kareem. We done had Shaq. We done had Kobe, and now we get to LeBron, which I feel like in the same way that LeBron, the most famous player in the league, was an obvious marriage with the Lakers. I feel like the top nigga in the underground, Rome Streetz, was an obvious marriage for Griselda. You know what I mean? Even if, you know, people act surprised, I'm like, of course. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
So when you mention, you know, you guys getting together, you mentioned the influence you have on the game, because y'all mentioned Scary Hours 3, Drake trying to sound like y'all, you know what I mean? J. Cole trying to get on records with the team. Like, speak about the influence that you guys secretly withhold over the game.
Cause you gotta understand this. It's like, who's really rapping? You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, you got the mainstream rappers that rap. You understand what I'm saying? You got the Kendrick, you got the Cole, you got the Drake. You understand what I'm saying? You got those niggas. But then it's like, after that, who else is rapping that's doing it fly? It's like Griselda. What is this Griselda shit? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the spearhead of the Griselda shit. I'm just one of the members. But I'm just saying, it's like, it's a lit thing that you can't ignore at this point. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, what are the elements that make this shit lit? The sound, the producers, the motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Just so, of course, motherfuckers gonna try to tap in. You understand what I'm saying? Of course they gonna try to tap in because it's lit. And then hip hop, like, nothing is like sanctioned to one thing.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? Dr. Dre has done songs with everybody.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's only natural for it to happen, because before Griselda, a lot of the producers that Griselda did shit with was existing. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like those elements West brought into Griselda to put more to put more light on what he's doing. But at this point, he brought niggas in too, like Conductor. And plus, the tag is just so infectious. It's like, what the fuck is
Conductor.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's dope because I put it like this. Right? For like Conductor shit, like, it's not just me. I'm not gonna put this on my head. You understand what I'm saying? But like, it's like for niggas like Drake and J. Cole to be rapping over Conductor shit, in my mind, it's like, yeah, they definitely heard Rome Streetz.
Oh, absolutely.
Come on, let's be honest.
They been tapping.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all-
So it's like, it just make me feel good because it's like, you know, I know I'm doing something right. Like put it like this, like, regardless, I've been doing this shit for a minute. You know what I mean? In my mind, somewhere, I still like look at it like, you know, I'm still not where I want to be. So it's like, if Drake is rapping over one of my producers, like, oh shit, yo, this nigga know, he gotta have heard my shit. But then to somebody else's mind, it's like, nigga, you're a rapper. It's like, yeah, that's true, but it's like, I'm still on the come up. You understand what I'm saying? On certain stages. So it's like, it just make me feel good. Like, it's, I mean, I'm happy for Conductor. That's my brother. So it's like,
From
that's
my
a
point
win
of
for
view,
me also. You know what I'm saying? Because all it does is just make what I'm about to do with Conductor like, all right, let's see.
It's the next
You know what I
evolution.
mean?
Right.
Yeah, because this shit is, we've been really cooking this shit for real.
It's a fact.
Real talk.
From my point of view, I don't know if my brothers agree, but I feel like y'all as a collective are the litmus test. Like, for the actual spitters who are like, quote, like in pop rap, they listen to y'all for inspiration. But the question I'll ask you right now is is there any like concern that like, all right, Cole and Kendrick, Cole and Drake, pardon me, are rhyming on these beats. Now the greater public is gonna give these guys the love to say that they're the ones that made A Conductor lit. Let's say somebody hops on a Derringer beat, they made Derringer lit when it's been y'all that's been building this sound up for years.
I'm saying, bro, knowledge is power.
Talk about it.
At the end of the day, do your research. Like, I put it like this. Like I said, there's levels to this shit. Drake has 1 billion people listening to his shit. So there's like, if you add up the collective, there's probably like a couple million people that listen to Griselda, fine. But there's 1 billion people that listen to Drake. So that means there's a whole section of millions of people that probably first heard Conductor with Drake.
Yeah.
Like, you can't attach no emotions to that. You understand what I'm saying? People with like, if you know, you know. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that first time they heard Rome Streetz is with Westside Gunn. That don't mean that's the first time I did some shit, but I can't feel no type of way about it. Like, at the end of the day, Spotify exists.
Right.
I mean, like, if you listen to this shit, if you want to conduct a binge and you find it, if you start with Drake and you just listen to Conductor shit, you gonna hear a bunch of my shit in the algorithm. So it's like, it just is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just grateful to have a position in this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, to be on the inside looking out now.
That's a fact.
I was on the outside
right
looking
there.
in. You understand what I'm saying?
That's real.
Why it's like, I feel it's like a win for me if Drake is rapping over a Conductor beat. Cause guess what? You like, it's so crazy. Like, just being from New York, I don't know how it is in other places, right? But it's like, your friends be the last people to support you.
Talk about
You
it.
understand what I'm saying? Like, the niggas that really know who the fuck you is be the last person to support you. So yeah, I've been doing this shit for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Now it's a whole new layer of friends on my dick just because Drake is rap over Conductor beat. So now they can use that for clout. Like, yo, see, like, he's like the first, because in their mind, the first time they heard Conductor's on my shit.
Right.
So it's like, oh, yo, this nigga rapping over my man producer shit. It's like,
So they
it just is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
The game is the game, right?
Yeah.
Game is the game.
It just is what it is.
So also the last time you were here, you had a feature on a Westside Gunn project. Fast forward, you are now part of Griselda. Your Westside Gunn has signed you to the collective of the label. Talk to us about that process and how much, how you feel it's changed for you since that's happened.
I felt like the thing that's changed is like, I'm looked at different at, you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, I've been doing this, but at first it felt like, you know, like Gladiator, like how it'd be a bunch of motherfuckers that gotta fight each other just to be able to fight in the arena. It's like, at one point I felt like I was just one of the gladiators. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't actually like this magnifying glass being shined on me. Like, I had to like fight my way to the point where I'm the one that's in front of the light.
Now you
understand what I'm saying? So now it's like I'm in front of the light. Like, it's cool, you understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes I be feeling like I'm the only one here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. It's hard to describe sometimes.
You know what?
Sometimes I feel like I'm on an island. You understand what I'm saying? Just like in the city. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of other rappers that do the kind of shit that I do, but there ain't too many that is on the level that I am.
Right.
But then there's other rappers that are on a higher level that I am, but it's just different.
They don't do it like you.
Yeah,
They're not
you
doing
understand?
it like you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you
So-
Different
like,
energy.
It's different. I feel like, as far as just New York City, like, I'm in my own lane. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Whereas like it was a point where I wanted to do a thing, and now like I'm like the level. It's like motherfuckers wanna do what I'm doing. It's like, okay, yeah, I need to get to where Rome Streetz is at. When Rome Streetz is just trying to like find a place to exist. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So now
That's
that
crazy.
I'm existing in the place, it's like, okay, now I gotta kind of just lead. Now I kind of gotta do progressive things. Now I kind of gotta just do things that motherfuckers ain't seen. You understand what I'm saying? Or just bring something to the game that's inspiring. Because I know how I used to look at this from the outside. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like now, because I know how I was when I was an outsider just trying to do it. And now I feel like I'm the one that people look at when they aspire to do this.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now I kind of just gotta do some tricks. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta do a backflip. I gotta just do more fly shit. So, you know what I
Well,
mean?
speaking of that, is there any direction that Westside has given you, like in terms of like the process, the creative process, or like just any sort of direction that Westside Gunn has given you?
It's not necessarily like, yo, Rome, you gotta do this. Like, with Wes,
Like how hands-on
like,
is he?
put like this. With Wes, he selects motherfuckers that are already doing the thing. It's like, you are already a pro at this to the point where I don't have to coach you how to do shit. He just sees like, you know what? You are already it. I just got the platform to put you in front of a bunch of motherfuckers to do the same thing that I know you could do. All you gotta do is this right here in front of all these motherfuckers.
Because you're in rare air. Because you got to think, like, Benny and Conway is family. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, you and Stowe were pretty much like the
That's how we look at y'all. Like,
Exactly.
y'all the
Right.
next.
We
y'all
look
the new
like
oligarch,
Griselda
bro.
2.0. You
Yeah,
that's
understand
it.
what I'm saying?
That's it.
So it's like, he don't be like, yo, Ro, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. He just be like, yo, listen, you Griselda now. Look, this nigga's Griselda. Go ahead, run wild. Do your thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because it don't even, it's like Griselda is a label, but then it's like, he know it's a platform. Like, the whole thing with me and Wes was like, yo, Rome, you a beast. Like, I just know you need to be in front of more people. I got the more people for you to be in front of. So now here, you take that and run with it.
good business.
He
Did that
already
boost your
know you
confidence?
know how
Like-
to move. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, once I did the Kiss the Ring and then motherfuckers is, I'm just moving around. Like, I got a lot of my own connections, meeting a lot of other motherfuckers, and it's not necessarily like West pointing me in the direction. You
Let's-
understand what I'm
let's
saying?
talk-
The confidence is definitely boosted because this is a different man that was here last time. My nigga, energy amazing. Your skin looks amazing, my nigga. Put me on. You know
Not
what
for
I'm saying?
nothing. When he got the deal, we was like, we hope Roman don't switch up. You know what I'm saying? Not for nothing. I think my
We wanted
favorite
the
part
streets.
of this experience is that this is the same nigga I met 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But real quick, let's talk about connections because we saw a connection happen in real time on Twitter with you and Schoolboy Q. Any-
Love that boy.
Talented. Anything we can talk about in terms of that?
We ain't done nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? We spoke
Alright.
about it because honestly, that shit just came out of left field. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like anything that motherfuckers hit me and said that shit. Like, yo, you ain't been on Twitter? I'm like, nah, I ain't seen what's going on. Niggas like, yo, I'm on nigga like Schoolboy Q. I'm like,
I'm
what?
on there every day.
So it's like
I be
motherfuckers
knowing.
hit me and told me. So I was like, oh shit, because I was just, you know, it was just a random interview question. Like, yo, what artist would you do some shit with? And I fuck with Schoolboy Q. It's a lot of other artists
name
that
now.
I would name. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, that was just off the top of my head because I fuck with his shit. And like I said, like, I want to do things that is necessarily outside of what I do.
Yeah.
Even though he do what I do, but it's like the song that I want to make with Schoolboy Q in Vision is like, you know, he got a whole nother wave that
Bounce.
is just a, he got a whole bounce where it's like, yo, that's that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, in my mind, it's like, I could have said any nigga who make the same type of Rome Street shit, but it's like, you know what? I want to kind of just add a different level of sprinkles.
Absolutely.
It's 30. Baskin Robbins got 31 flavors. I can't just have one flavor for niggas.
Rome,
you
I'm gonna tell you.
what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna tell you right now, if a Rome Streetz Schoolboy Q song gets made, we might not hear from Jarv in a month. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
You won't.
Like that's the top
I'm
two
waiting
niggas
on that.
Jarv listen
that's
to,
the
bro.
thing. Like, it could sound like anything, you know. But like, we tapped in. The thing is, it's crazy. We know a bunch of. We got mutual homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, the homies who I fuck with in LA is cool with Schoolboy Q. You know what I'm saying? TF, my homie Doughboy. You understand?
Shout out to
Saying
Doughboy.
Worthy.
Oh,
understand
really?
what I'm saying? Yeah. So no, not that Doughboy.
Oh, different Doughboy.
Another Doughboy from Cali. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Doughboy though. You know what I'm saying? But my homie Doughboy from Cali. You know what I'm saying? Like, last time I was in LA. You know what I'm saying? Cause I did a joint with TF and 211. You know what I'm saying? I'm on their album, so they was having the album release party, and I had just landed. I had literally came there, and like while I was pulling up, you know what I'm saying? Schoolboy Q was there, but he was leaving. Like, it's crazy because he switched his whole swag up. You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't even really notice him. And like he was leaving, I just seen him pulling off in the car. But like, you know, like, we kind of got mutual, you know what I'm saying, acquaintances. So it'll happen, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's just some manifestation shit.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of things happen like that. You know, I got a lot of features in the cut, you know, with some
Speaking
of
features and collaborations. So, you know, there's been a lot of great collaborative albums that have been put out from a plethora of artists.
Oh yeah, I was listening to that album today.
But you and Ransom just happened to make a ghetto classic, bro. The streets love Coup de Grace.
Before you finish the question, I just want to put it on wax. That whole underground era, even up until now, to me, Coup de Grace is the peak.
Staple, bro.
Yeah. That is the peak of whatever that space can be. I think that album is that. Carry on, D.
Is there a part 2 in the tuck so the streets could go crazy?
Oh man,
not at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's not off the table. You know what I'm saying? There's a strong possibility there could be one, but you know, it's like it's a cult classic.
Cohesion,
so at this point, it's like it's one of those things where we ain't gonna rush to do it. It's just gonna come, you know what I'm saying?
And it's your energy because Rand's a closed off nigga. Rand came to, he did the actual event, you know what I'm saying? So I know you was a big part of that, bro. Y'all two niggas need to make something happen again. Because that was a moment, bro. Like being there, listening, and you know, that was our first time listening to it at the party. So we're listening to the shit and the music's playing. Shout out to Parks, exceptional fucking
mixing master.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we were blown away, bro. And usually when you're at a listening party, you can hear the music. You're in there, but the music sounds different when you listen to it on the tape. It sounded just as good on the tape as it did in the fucking party, bro. And that's always been something
we
that
didn't expect what we got.
The Rap Roundtable specifically has been like clamoring for. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, you know, Ransom is a killer, bro.
Monster.
So it's like, just with me, like, I had to really bring my A game. I'm gonna tell you, the first time I ever met Ransom, he was like, yo, Rome, I fuck with your shit. We gotta spar. No rapper ever told me, yo, we gotta spar. I'm like, damn, like, you're Ransom, bro. Like, you was amazing before I even started writing raps. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, yo, I gotta bring my fucking A game. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta step my shit the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? And like, you know, that shit was just a dope experience fucking with Rand. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. We made that shit during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers was afraid to go outside. So we wasn't in the studio for none of that. That shit was just straight email, like bing bang bing.
That was our first in studio interview.
Crazy.
Actually, you and Rand.
Yeah.
That's what made the shit so fire to me, is that these niggas made an email album, essentially,
that was
like
stem for stems,
crazy,
and it came off that crazy.
Like
such
cohesive
cohesive.
niggas was writing together, bro.
Story rap via email,
rooftop sermons.
I'm not even gonna get mad at this,
nigga.
Nah, I remember saying that at the time. I was like, because we had asked about it, and we found out that it was just email for email, and we was all shocked,
completely.
Fuck. Because it was like, how do you make something that's via email sound that cohesive and that organic? Like that was all in the studio together. So yeah, man.
We just
Salute.
talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, I'm gonna send you this. Send me back something. You know
But that's I mean that speaks to
Send me back
the
something. You get what I'm saying?
craftsmanship, man.
And like, you know, and honestly,
two shoguns.
yeah, you know, and it just speaks to the confidence, like, just for me, you understand what I'm saying? Because, like, writing is a thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the more you write, the better you'll be at writing. You understand what I'm saying?
Tell
So,
him, Rome, please.
it's like,
Let him know.
10,000 hours.
like, all right, if being a master's 10,000 hours, like, Ransom had 20 in before I had 2. You understand what I'm saying?
Man, salute to
So
Red.
it's like by the time I had my 10,000 or my 20,000 hours, he on his 200,000 hours. So it's like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, I gotta come with my flyer shit. But it's like, I'm sending him verses first. Like, all the songs where I start off, it's me rapping the shit. Like, all right, yeah, here, I got you. Like, I'm just like, oh, I got this beat. Put a verse on it, send it. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, this nigga's gonna flame me. You understand what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what? Like, I'm me, bro. I said what I said. Like, it don't even matter who on the track with me. Like, what I say don't ever get diminished. Like, so it's like other niggas will be scared of that shit. Like, the motherfucker will be like, yo, let's do a track. Already have his verse written, but he ain't gonna record it until you send the verse back. Like, nah, nigga, here you go. So you know what I'm on. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna not send you some shit. And I wrote about motherfucking driving in the car with my mom's, and you talk about blowing up a motherfucking a mailbox.
Synergy,
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
But nah,
so it's like, I gotta give you.
two shoguns.
Nah, that's the
Definitely
love of
showed
the
up.
game, and they competitive. Like that's what we saw there was competitiveness and the love of the
Immaculate.
game. But I'm gonna go back to 2001, to 2021. Pardon me. We were at that show in July. I forget the name of the venue, but y'all could probably, you know, my memory's terrible. But at that show, you debuted the record Same Way. It's one of my favorite songs from you.
Oh,
You know
was
what
it
I'm
Top Shelf?
Top Shelf.
Yeah.
I've been going through some things, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, as much as we've been talking about the positives, that was one of the first times I really caught, like, Rome talks about Judas often. That's part of the reason why I called him Judas for a while before I said I wouldn't do it anymore. So, like, as you've leveled up, you've gained success, have you come across people who have been, quote, Judas, or they started acting funny as you started to win?
It comes in different forms. You understand what I'm saying? Or like with me, I analyze things. You I'm like a real, like, read the behavior type. It's like, because I'm a trial and error type of person with life. And like, when it comes to people, everybody's different, but then I feel like there's just a couple different categories of characteristics. Like, let's say there's 3 different categories. You understand what I'm saying? 1 million people could fit in this one category even though they different. So it's like certain behaviors, unchecked or untapped, can always lead to certain things later on.
Facts.
So it's like today in life, I'm like, I can just like see a pattern, whereas before I would just let that shit like, oh, whatever, and then that shit would become a problem later. Now it's just like, yo, if I like, now I have too much going on, too much to lose, too much, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
You see the
too
signs.
much shit could go wrong if I let the wrong person into the core of a thing. So it's like I see the signs early and I nip shit in the bud. So it's like, you understand what I'm saying? And then with me, it's like, I got a lot of friends or I know a lot of people, or, you know, because I'm like an artist that's lit now, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody who know me feel like,
Put me on.
yeah, you understand? Like, everybody who know me more to other people. It's like, Roman's my man, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, like, different people got different personalities, and I know what I could trust different people with. I know how far I could let you in. I know how long the spoon gotta be when I feed you. Certain niggas can get the teaspoon, certain niggas get the long spoon that you feed the giraffe with. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like,
That's a bar.
you just gotta know, because at the end of the day, like, you can do 100 things right and do right a lot of times. You could do one thing wrong to fuck up everything you did right.
Speak on it, man.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you could win. It's just like, yo, like when I was in the street, it's like, yo, bro, you could get away with 100 crimes. All you need to do is get caught once and you could be fucked. Like, you could slide from the police 100 times. All they gotta do is catch you once.
One time.
You understand what I'm saying?
Job, right?
Yeah, so it's like, when you in this position right here, you could do a lot of lit shit a lot of fucking times, nigga, but you can make one mistake and that shit can fuck up your whole career.
Well,
You understand what I'm saying? You could fucking
real.
go outside when you should have stayed home and now you dead.
That's
You
real,
understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta be, like, your cutoff meter gotta be 100 times faster now. So it's like, that's how I look at shit. You understand
So
what I'm saying?
when we was outside after you and OT show, you know what I'm saying, we was talking about the negative aspects of tour life. You know what I'm saying? Your stamp, as Mase mentioned, your passport's probably stamped crazy.
Yeah.
So tell me, where's been the place that you felt like, yo, like, this is it. I love it here. I gotta go back here. This is gonna be one of my staples. Whenever I have a tour, I'm coming here. Just the love was so real, the energy, the vibe, the food, whatever. Just where's that place? Where on the map?
There's a couple places, but one place I like is Amsterdam.
Ah, the weed.
Yeah, like Amsterdam is cool because it's like, it has a lot of the shit that I like. Like, it has a lot of the Rome Streetz elements. Like, smoke weed places, you could do drugs. Like, it's bitches outside. There's a lot of shit going on. It's a lot of lawlessness.
You can lick the
but
toad
they
in
love,
Amsterdam,
but they love the music. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I could sit in the spot, smoke weed all day, get free weed because I'm Rome Streetz.
You dig?
You understand what I'm saying? They got good food. I could do a show and there's mad people there. They're gonna pay me good. Like, it's lit. It's like Italy. Italy is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of places, like, I feel like
Europe.
like, you know, like, I love doing shows in America. Doing shows at home is fire. But the reason why I like doing shows in Europe is because they're not as fucking spoiled as America. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you could do a show anywhere in America and it's like, oh yeah, but fuck. Damn. Drake performing around the corner, so half the nigga, you might not. Damn, son. Only 30 people came to that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, damn, you picked the wrong day to do a show, man.
Nah, whenever you pop out, the crowd's always jam-packed, bro.
One thing about Europe is like, bro, they don't always get to see this shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, depending on what city, it's a rapper there. There's probably a rap show going on right now in Brooklyn that's like,
Honestly.
yeah, like, damn, I missed that. Like, so it's like, I don't know, bro. Europe, they just have a different love for this shit. Like, when I go over there, it gives me a different fucking love for rap. You know why? Because, first of all, the nigga who picking you up in the car, right? He's playing some shit that you ain't never heard before, but it's like, oh, this shit fire. Who the fuck is this? This nigga be like, rapping Forte. Like, oh, this shit hard. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I don't know who he is, because I know who that nigga is. That nigga's a legend, but you don't automatically, you're not going to hear that just like
In
off
the
the
Uber.
rip.
Yeah.
Like, if you get into 40 cars in New York, right? Them niggas most likely is gonna be playing the same shit.
Yeah.
Power 105.
They either gonna have,
97.
like, you understand? If it's just a random person's car, not like a nigga that you know is like you
Pop
that listen
Smoke.
to the same
listen,
shit.
right.
The average regular person. Them niggas listening to straight mainstream rap, whatever's like being fed to them. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, majority of people in America that's just on the regular surface, they only fucking with what's given to them. That's why it's like, if you a Rome Streetz fan, like you really listen to rap because it's something that you found. It's not necessarily like somebody gave it to you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Whereas like in Europe, them niggas are listening to everything. Like I was in Switzerland and we about to go to the club. Niggas is turning up. These niggas playing fucking Ja Rule clap back. Like, yeah, we all back. Let's take him to war.
You like, hold on.
And there ain't nothing
That's
wrong
real,
with Ja.
though.
Like it's Ja Rule, he a legend.
That's
but
real.
it's like, bro,
Ja gets love everywhere but here, Sam.
you understand what I'm saying? You never gonna see, like in 2023,
Hear it.
right now, bro, if we
Clap
going
back?
to the club, niggas is putting on fucking Ludacris' second album. You're not gonna expect that
Nah.
right here where we're at. Niggas
Nah.
listening to the most trendiest, like
Yeah.
Lil Baby,
yeah,
Gunn,
bro.
all that
Whatever
type
album
shit.
came out on Friday, that's when
what they
niggas is bumping. You understand?
real.
Saying? But when you go to Europe,
That's
they
real.
playing all sorts of obscure hip hop that doesn't necessarily get the main burn over here. So you listening to this shit like, damn, this shit is fire. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn, bro, these niggas love everything. It's not no
different
trend
appreciation.
over here. Like,
Yeah,
if
there
they
you go.
like your shit, they gonna love it. Like, just being in Europe, riding in the car from place to place, it made me appreciate other, like, just rap that I'd never heard. Like, artists that I know, but I'd never listened to their album. And it's like, yo, this shit is fire. Like, goddamn, I'm a fan now. So it's like, me as the artist going over there to perform, like, I know that they just love rap differently than what we love over here because, like,
You're spoiled.
this is, yeah. And also one thing that I just like learned from younger is that America, like everything we have that's a lit product is not made here. We receive everything from the rest of the world. The only thing we give to the world is entertainment.
Culture, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
He talking right now.
So it's like we are oversaturated with entertainers in America, living in America. We are force-fed entertainers. We are force-fed niggas that we hate to the point where we know they fucking song. Like, yo, I hate this motherfucking song, but I know all the words.
All the words.
So you understand what I'm saying?
That's the worst feeling.
Also,
yeah, bro.
I hate this song, but I know the whole
Yeah, I
shit.
hate this
Hands
shit.
on your
Like,
knees.
bro, like, if you line up a bunch of motherfuckers and you talk to niggas for real, all the artists that they put in the mainstream, we don't really like them niggas. We think them niggas is trash.
Well,
but it's just like,
because the other thing
they
was
just
that
forced on us to the point where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, they
Yeah.
exist.
because the other
You
thing we're
understand
great
what I'm
at
saying?
is
Like,
promotion and marketing.
yeah, bro. Like we
Exceptional.
have we're fucking overindulged with artists like entertainment. Whereas the world outside, like other countries, they're not really tapped into the trend. Like they just on the shit because they like it.
They like what they
They're
like.
not forced to listen to any of this shit because the shit that is put in front of their face isn't hip hop.
Yeah.
They go out and find the shit they like and love it.
It used to be like that
Yeah,
here.
it used to,
I
but
miss that era.
it became too much of a business.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
business.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's why
what
somebody
make it
like
suck.
you being able to fight through is like a blessing to the game.
Game
Let's
changer.
be honest.
Nah, that's a
Fact.
fact. That's a
But listen,
fact.
man, you know, we the stretch run of this interview. I got a question. You've put out a lot of fire material. What is the next play? Are we getting something else for 2023? Or is it all eyes towards 2024 for the next Rome project?
It's really all eyes on 2024. You know what I'm saying? You might get a video. You know what I mean? But like, you know, it's about next year and just, you know, just trying to do it bigger. Honestly, it's just about trying to do shit bigger than I did it before.
Kind of like what's next? So what's the next play?
Yeah, like even for this Noise Candy 4, Noise Candy 5, pardon me. Like, I did mad videos. Like, I still got a couple more shit that ain't even come out. But like, I just wanted to get really visual with this shit because I feel like that's also what's missing with underground rap.
Yeah.
From the ring perspective was crazy.
Yeah, but that's because motherfuckers just do a video in front of a store.
Yes.
We in the beer aisle.
Nah. Real
You
quick.
understand
With the
what I'm saying?
camera that
Like,
zooms in.
it's either
zooms
in front of
out.
it's either in the store, in front of the store,
Bodega.
or the graffiti wall.
Yeah.
Yo.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
a fact.
mix
Yeah.
this shit up.
Yeah.
Like,
Real quick, Dini touched on it.
Pause.
The we're not doing that. The big stepper video.
Fire.
First of all,
Speak on it,
first
shit.
of all, yo, all right, get your shit off. Get your shit up. Go ahead. So we can just get past it, bro.
I got it off already. You know what I mean?
The big. So first of all, the record, Big Stepper. It's a big record.
yeah.
It's a big record. I've seen the reaction you get when
Hell yeah.
you perform it. Like people go crazy for that record. So I have a 2-part question. One, when you create, like for instance, when you made that song, did you go into making that song thinking, yo, this is one of them ones? Like, do you go into songs thinking like, yo, what's the reaction gonna be when I perform it live, or do
Nah.
you just make?
Chrome hearts on my sweater.
I just heard the beat was like, yo, that shit hard. Like, I'm gonna just make some shit.
Bet.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like you understand, like, you gotta understand with me, like, this is something that I had to learn, right? And this is a gem. Sometimes I be giving out too many gems, but this is a gem, right? I didn't even think that shit was that lit because I'm a lyricist. I said sweater better. But my sweater will work better.
Works,
You
bro.
can never, but it
But
works.
it's part of the
It
hook,
works.
and people
yes,
love hooks.
Yes, but I had to understand, like, that was just me doing some shit. Like, you know what? Like, I was just having fun. The old Rome Streetz is super duper lyrical, like, but it's like, you know what? Like, I want to make records. So with that,
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just fucking around. Like,
Right.
but sometimes that fucking around energy,
That's what
like,
people
you can't
gravitate
think too
to.
much.
That's
Like,
what they
okay,
relate
like,
to.
yeah, you know, being a lyricist, you want to be able to just spit bars and just say the craziest shit. But sometimes you can't really think too much. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta just let that shit
Complexity
slide.
can be
You
gorgeous, but
understand what I'm saying?
simplicity is beautiful.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
And then second, the video.
Fire.
Yeah.
This is easily one of my favorite visuals of like at least the last 5 years.
The ring perspective.
Could you like expand on it? And like whose idea was that? Who directed the video? Like,
That idea came from Haji. You know what I'm saying? Haji was like, yo, I got an idea for this video, right?
He shot it or Prolific shot it?
Nah. Like, I'm gonna tell you how this shit happened. He said, I got an idea for this video. It should be from the perspective of the ring. Right? So all he did was just give me the GoPro, put the GoPro on my wrist, and was like, yo, just come up with shit to do.
Yo.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, all
I'm
right.
trying to figure it out. So it's
I
a
was
GoPro
like,
on your
yo,
okay.
I had the GoPro. It's like a strap on my wrist with the GoPro,
Yeah.
and we linked the GoPro. So it's like, all right, we just like, yo, let's just do a bunch of wild shit. So it's like I was really shooting a gun with the shit. Like, really, like, yo, that's real. That's real. It was a
Allegedly.
real gun. Like, whatever. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, yeah, I mean, that's-
95% of my raps are live.
Yeah, deadass. No, you know what? Yeah. Matter of fact, it's all live.
It's his cap, guys.
It's alleged. But yeah, that nigga was really smoking crack in the video. Like,
Wow.
it was just like, yo, you know, I'm gonna put this shit on your wrist and just do a bunch of shit. And that's what it was. Like,
Yo.
I mean,
but
that's
then
what
once
it
you
is.
put it
'cause, like,
together, it was like, oh,
Fire.
You understand? Like, I didn't know how it was gonna look. I was just like, I bet. Like, every day was like, I pick up. It was like, yo, pick up the camera at 3:00. Like, I bet.
there was an extra level of
That's
like
fact,
grittiness and like reality to it, and now I see why. Because like,
it was real shit. It was real
real
shit.
shit.
It was real shit.
And one question, not even about art, but it's kind of artistic. When we go onto it and we see that you don't like so much when people take your shit and make their own
Facts.
remix.
You know why? You know why I don't like it? It's because they don't do it right. It's like, I get it. Motherfuckers want to showcase their beats, and that's cool. That's literally just like me snatching a beat off YouTube and rapping over it. You know what I mean? But it's like, these niggas don't place the rhyme right. So in the end, when you hear it, it sounds whack because that's not how I would rap on the beat.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand. I always be explaining this shit. A bar is 4 beats. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I do not start the rhyme on the first beat of the bar.
Right.
These like you have to analyze how I came in on the original beat and then place it like that.
Boom.
Motherfuckers will place a rhyme that I probably started on the 3rd beat of the bar on the 1st beat. So when I hear it, it's like, yo, bro, this shit not even lined up
So
right.
the pocket is completely off.
The pocket is off. And that's what pissed me off. Because the thing about the internet, as the artist, you can't steer where you want these niggas to go.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like, you could tell him, yo, you ever heard this Rome Streetz nigga? He fire. Nah, I never heard him. Look him up. This nigga go look him up, and the first thing
and it's
he
on
hears
his.
one of them whack-ass freestyle shit that they put out. It's like, yo, this nigga trash. Like, it's like, yo, fuck that. Even the fucking song.
I respect that,
You
bro.
understand? That's why I don't like that shit.
That's
You
your
understand
brand,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
That's
It's
your
like if
brand.
I got a store selling some shit, there's a bunch of niggas in front of the fucking store selling the off-brand version of what I got.
It's a brand
Nah,
name.
it's
like-
real,
They
though.
selling Streets Rome. They're not selling Rome Streets.
Yeah.
We got Rome Streets
saying.
at the house, huh?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if you gonna do something, make me
They got
sound how I
Sicily
need to
Alley,
sound.
facts.
Like, it's a bunch of shit out there, niggas remixing my verses, but it doesn't sound like how it needs to sound.
Respect.
And that in turn sometimes might be the first thing somebody hear from me, because they don't know the difference. They don't know if that's a real Rome Streetz song or not. They hear your bum ass doing some shit on it and it ain't right. That's what pisses me off, because like I said, I feel like I ain't where I need to be. I'm not fucking rich off this shit. I'm not pulling up to the interview in a fucking Cullinan. So at the end of the day, I need all my fucking streams. I need all my shit.
Let him know.
Stop playing with his name.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Until I feel like I'm where I'm at. Like, stop diluting my shit.
Respect like that.
Because you're not making me sound the way I need to sound. Like,
Respect.
if you trying to showcase your beat, don't put my fucking rhyme on it. If you gonna put it on there, put it right. Because in turn, you making your song sound trash by not, like, you're not even a good producer to the point where you can't even hear that the rhyme is not placed right.
There you go.
Hey,
Like,
Right.
what the,
Listen.
like, you in the way. It's mad motherfuckers in the way because they think they could just fucking put up a link and then it's gonna go viral and then they're gonna sell 16,000 vinyl. No, it don't. Like, we make this shit look easy, but it ain't fucking easy. It's not like that. Just because you heard about this shit yesterday don't mean I got lit the day before. Don't mean I just had a plan to do it 2 days before. It's like, you know what?
took time.
On Monday, I was decided to rap. I made my first song on Tuesday, and then by Friday, the label was calling me.
No way.
It don't fucking happen like that. Hard work. Stop making this trash shit.
Listen,
Take it from a pro,
Rome
man.
Streetz is not just a rapper. This nigga is an artist, and he's very serious about his craft. So stop fucking with his bars.
Please.
Facts.
Yo, that shit is
'Cause he's
annoying,
right
bro.
about that shit
It's
y'all putting
annoying.
out.
It's annoying. It's really annoying.
Hey man, Rome, we appreciate your time.
Yeah.
We've been following your journey
Yes.
for I say the last 4 or 5 years. We've connected
Yes.
with you over the last 3 years. We love what we see. We're looking forward to seeing what's next. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Rome, we appreciate you. I just want you to know that. We
Come on,
appreciate
man,
you,
man.
B.
Appreciate y'all too.
You know what I'm saying? Dini the Balance,
Thank
you know
y'all
what
for
you
having
do
me.
here,
Wait.
gang.
Any sneak peek into what's coming next?
Like, you know, I got an album with Conductor.
Let's go.
Hold up, hold
Let's go.
up.
That's all we need.
Conductor.
Hold up, you heard that?
have a problem.
That's all we need.
That's in the pot. You know what I'm saying? That been in the pot. Like, trust me.
Let's go.
So it's like, ain't no telling when that's coming out because I'm always working on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have an album with Conductor, but it's not done. Like, it's not completely rounded out. We just got mad songs where it's like, if I was to choose 10, you know what I mean? I could do that. If I was, you know what I mean? Like, I can make a combination of 10 songs 4 different ways with the amount of songs that I have, but I don't feel like it's complete. Like, I don't even have, I probably got 30-something records right now with Conductor and ain't one feature on them shit. You understand what I'm saying?
So you in a zone, basically.
Yeah, like, but it's like I want to put some people on these records. You know what I mean? But then I feel like
You hear that, Schoolboy?
You know what I mean? I feel like the song that like just when making an album, you can have a bunch of songs, but it's like you might need those 1 or 2 songs to just round it out to complete the shit. Like I feel like I haven't made that shit yet. You understand what I'm saying? And then this is a Griselda album, so it's like, you know what I mean? The process is different. Like I got these 30 songs, and it's like, all right, here, Wes. You know what I mean? Because that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like honestly, like I don't know what he does for other artists. You know what I'm saying? But just the way I stepped to this shit. You know what I mean? With Kiss the Ring, it was more so like okay, he was there for certain shit, but he sent me a couple joints, but majority of the shit was like, yo, I presented all these songs. It was like, all right, which ones you fucking with? Like, you know what I mean? Do your Westside Gunn shit. Right. It was more so like that. It wasn't like,
shit.
You know, here. This is, you know what I mean?
You heard it here
But
first.
I don't know his process with other niggas, so I can't say. But just like with me right now, it's like, it ain't done because it's a Griselda album. I ain't even presented it to Wes for him to put his sprinkles on it.
So like,
you understand what I'm saying? We just got a lot of music, and that's what I want to put out next.
With the collaborations, was he like the person who decided who went on what record as well, or?
What, for Kiss the Ring?
Yeah.
I was more so like, yo, okay, I want this nigga on, I want that nigga on it. I mean, I want Conway on this. But then I didn't know what song he was getting on. You know what I mean?
Copy.
But you know, sometimes it's different. You know what I mean? Like it's a different process. And me, I'm a workaholic. Like, you understand what I'm saying? If you sending me beats all day, I'm gonna have a bunch of songs. I'm not gonna necessarily like wait around for you to be like, yo, rap on this, rap on this, rap on this, rap on this. If these are the producers that we working with, I'ma just I'ma cook up and then I'ma pull up with some shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, I know we said we was gonna get out of here, but I got one more question. As far as bad influence goes, are you gonna expand upon that in 2024? Like, because we know you're Rome Streetz Griselda, but you also have bad influence.
Yeah, of course. You know, shit is going move. But I put it like this: it's like, well, what I got going with bad influence, I just want everybody to flourish. So it's like before we come together as like a Voltron, I want everybody to take up space being them without the thing. Because one thing just I noticed, you know, just as a person who's a fan of rap, when one artist comes out and they get big and then they present the crew doesn't normally branch out past the artist. It's more so like, yo, that's such and such man's. It's like, I don't want that to happen. So it's like, I want you to know who the fuck this motherfucker is before you even know I'm with that nigga.
Right.
It's like, yo, I love that. Oh, damn, he down wrong? Like,
That's
you
respect.
understand what I'm saying? So it's like, there's niggas who I fuck with, but it's like, you gonna see them do them before it's like you see us do us.
Right.
In that sense. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know how it is to kind of just, I mean, you want to be like everybody. Nobody comes in this shit to be Robin. Everybody want to be fucking Batman.
Speak on it.
You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I understand how the game can Robin you if you stand next to Batman. You understand what I'm saying? If you become Batman over there, once you stand next to another Batman, it's like, oh shit, these niggas wild. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's how I like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I'm on it with my shit.
Yo, the incomparable Rome Streetz. More than a pleasure to have you here, my brother. Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. And your favorite podcast's favorite podcast. You know what I'm saying? The most dangerous, the most influential. You know what the fuck it is. It's the Rap Roundtable. Shout out to Rome Streetz. Shout out to Bad Influence. Shout out to Griselda. We out of here.
Shout out, Coach.
Bow, bow.
Yes, sir. Episode 86 of New York's #1 podcast for hip hop has returned. We know you love us. Even with all of the slandering and the attempts to get us out of there, saying we're fake fans, the rap roundtable prevails. You can't stop us.
Always.
What Juggernaut said, unstoppable. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's your boy Jav here alongside Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up, what up?
Alongside Dini the Balance.
Force be with you.
Alongside the homie Mase.
My guys.
We got a few things to talk about, you know what I mean?
Facts.
I would say like this, the second half of the rap year has been so odd with the news, so that to take you behind the scenes, we've had to scrounge up information and put shows together. Granted, you love them because we're fun guys, right? You know what I mean? But episode 86, it's another episode of scrounging up topics and trying to make this shit work. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, you can find a Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and of course Twitter. And that's
We
a
went
fact.
platinum on Twitter.
We went platinum on
Double
Twitter.
plat.
Yeah, technically double platinum.
Hey.
Double platinum.
Hey.
Shout out to Atlanta.
2 times.
Elon, send us the plaques.
Right.
Approaching
We're waiting.
12.5K subs.
We'll
No,
put
no,
it right back
word.
next to the screen.
The
No
East
New
got
Delhi.
something to say, right?
The East got something to say. Podcast city, you know, the best podcast city in the world, apparently. But what we don't do at the Rap Roundtable is lie. There's no cap in our raps.
Not at all.
But according to Fat Joe, 95% of his raps were cap. I'm a little confused by this. My head is scratching, pause. And I really, you know what I mean? I don't know what to make of this whole scenario. So, Sincere the Rap Snob,
Yes, sir.
you're from Uptown. This is your problem. I'm from
This
Brooklyn.
is my
This
problem.
is your problem. It's you and Deanie's
Are
problem.
you putting this on me?
Because he's from
It's
Uptown.
Uptown.
This is an Uptown
It's
guy.
I mean, I'm Harlem.
A Brooklyn.
PR, you know.
Deanie's
Said
Bronx.
holler at him about
It's
Cam,
all,
man.
no, we put
Yo.
Uptown together. Us Brooklyn people, we let
ain't
them.
gonna lie,
you know
yo,
what I
They
mean?
do that though. They do
Yeah,
that.
that sounds.
So,
anything above 1/2 is
Fat Joe
the
says
man.
95% of his raps are cap. What's going on, Sent?
Oh, man. We're living in very weird times, man. Fat Joe went on CNN to talk about, among other things, the whole Rico case, Young Thug and them. And, you know, he obviously feels some type of way about rap lyrics, as we all do, right? We all feel some type of way about rap lyrics possibly being used against certain artists, certain people in a court of law. It's all a bunch of shit, a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? But Fat Joe went one step further, and I kind of see it. I see what he's doing here. You know what I mean? Instead of just saying that it's unfair to do, he took it one step further and said, you know what? Everything, 95% of what I've said on record is a lie. Those were his words. You know what I mean? And it's such a weird time to be in and to live in 2023, close to 2024, because our entire lives have been built on this premise that hip-hop is the purest of cultures because we strive to tell the truth on records, the truths the hard truths that nobody else will tell. You know what I mean? We talk about what's going on in the streets and what's going on in our lives. You know what I mean? All the battles, all the hardships that we work through. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we talk about the things that we have to do that we might not be so proud of having done because we just had to survive in these, you know, these times that we came up in and these environments that we came up in. So to hear one of the elder statesmen of the culture say, you know what, I was lying the whole time. It just doesn't sit well with me, man. It doesn't sit well at all. But I get it, because I understand what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's getting ahead of the game because like the game is always rigged against us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's just trying to, you know, he's playing chess, not checkers. He's trying to stay one move ahead of these, you know, that's coming for our people.
Early.
You know what I mean? And he got to do what he got to do. You know what I mean? It feels weird. It doesn't sit quite right, but I understand what he's doing and why he's doing it and why he's saying it.
You see the vision.
Yeah.
All right. Macito, talk to me, bro.
This is interesting, and I kind of find this enjoyable, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because you have like the certain section of people who, you know what I mean, is still real to me. Damn it, are like, no, Fat Joe the gangster is real. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he'll cut
Joey
your face.
Crack.
You know what I mean?
Crack.
And
Don
then,
Cartagena.
right? You know what I mean? The Don. You know what I mean? And then you got the people on the other side who are quick to be like, yeah, see, these rap niggas, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I mean? They'll just say anything on the record. But I feel like Joe is being very particular here. First off, I think he's just showing solidarity to the YSL fam, painting the narrative that, yo, us rappers, we lie about everything we say. You know what I mean? Like, don't. You know what I mean? He's being the OG that he's usually being.
Wink, wink.
You feel me?
I mean?
Yeah, I get that feeling from it a little bit. In fact, Joe, this may be like the 5th, 6th time I've said it on the pod. Come to the Rap Roundtable. I think you are the best interview in hip hop. You know what I mean? I know you got a new story every time you come
Joker.
out. You know what I mean? So
Big Bronx.
Fat Joe Rap Roundtable. That's gonna happen one day.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it's like,
I'm fake trying to get 2 T's up here.
hey, listen, hey,
trying to get 2
T's
T's.
need to
Take
pull
the
up.
bait. You know what I
That'd be
mean?
fire.
We not throwing rocks at 2 T's. We want to build.
Come
You know
on,
what I mean?
you know what I mean? One of the OGs of the game. You know what I
Still
mean?
forever gonna clown your mans though, but it's
Of
all
course. That's never gonna
While
change.
he's here.
You know
Don't do it
that.
to his
I
face,
roasted
bro.
walking in the door.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
You
Why
know
your
that.
pants laying on your shoes like that? You know what I mean?
not landing, bro.
Get your hands out of your pockets,
Facts.
bro.
Are you standing so far away from the guests?
You know what I mean? You're creeping me out. But at the same time, it's like, I think he's being real particular in a sense. Like, I don't think anybody believes Fat Joe is soft. As somebody who's come across Fat Joe and the 100 Puerto Ricans he travels with when he goes to the Rucker Park, them niggas look like they wasn't playing no games, all right? Like, let's be honest here. Nobody even looked at Remy Ma that day, you know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like he's being particular in this sense. Well, you know, maybe not the lyrics that he wrote were real, you know what I mean? I don't believe the 92 bricks, you know what I mean? I don't believe, you know, Face Mob was in a four-cornered room with
Josh,
staring
you
at
believe in
candles.
92
Pete was throwing fucking TVs
When I
at
was a
niggas.
You know what I
child,
mean? He wasn't
I
throwing
believed the
TVs at
92
niggas.
bricks. Then I got older and I met drug dealers and I was like, he should be dead.
Yeah.
He would have been dead
You know
with the
what I mean?
92
Gone.
bricks. You know what I mean? Face wasn't staring at the candles in the four-cornered room, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Arizona Ron doesn't exist, guys. You know what I mean? Like, listen, like, of course, when you're talking about particulars, like, you know what I mean? Did I take the nigga head off with the 12 gauge when he tried to rob the stash spot? Probably not, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what the dumb new rappers do when they commit a crime and they walk around and be like, let's go to the studio and talk about this shit, bro. You know what I mean? That's what the newer rappers.
I spent it, I shot him in top.
You know what I mean? And it'd be exactly what happened. You see the camera footage and you'd be like, oh shit, that's what happened.
He did
so,
shoot LaCour.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what he did. Spinning blocks. So, you know, I feel like Fat Joe is being real particular. You know what I mean? He probably didn't rap exactly what he did because that was just a smarter thing to do once upon a time.
Right.
Especially for niggas that were actually putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Like, even, you know, if y'all familiar with the Paid in Full story, AZ and his crew remember they had a rap crew, Mob Style, if I'm correct. They weren't rapping about the real shit they were doing, bro. They were all fictional tales of shit that might have happened in the streets. You know what I mean? Once upon a time, real gangsters knew not to, you know, give the police the whole transcript of the crime. So I think Fat Joe, like, I don't think he's coming out and being like, I'm soft, you know what I mean? I was really, you know, hugging pillows instead of putting in work on the block. I think he's just being like, you know, listen, I didn't do that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do that, you know what I mean? So I think Joe is being real slick, but at the same time trying to show solidarity for, you know, YSL and all of that. Deanie, how you feeling about it though, bro? Like,
I'm
like
not
Fat
mad.
Joe faking?
I'm not mad at him, bro. Like, at the end of the day, where this shit is actually really coming back to haunt niggas, I thought 95% was a beautiful ratio. I thought it was immaculate. I'm like, I'll let you figure out the 5%
Plausible
of the
deniability.
shit you think I did. But in the meantime, 95% of the shit I ain't do. And I think in the world we're living in now, man, it's sad, but it's fucking necessary. I mean, we see remember how Schmurder got caught up? You know what I'm saying?
It sure do.
Like, it just, everything is
Should've
now,
Mitch.
they told you from years ago, everything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. We just didn't think they would take it from the raps, you know, but obviously shit is going down like that. I think it is a form of solidarity too, because if that was the case, he would have said, hey, I ain't do none of this shit I said.
Right.
And that would have just killed the mystique for a lot of people, because you gotta remember, we hear niggas say shit, we hear it through obviously a grown lens, a knowledgeable lens of what's going on. There's people who's hearing that shit, Fat Joe ain't do 95% of the shit he talking about, and they ready to jump out the window and go crazy. I thought that made absolute sense. First of all, he's out of the game. He did his time, bro. Joe did that, so you don't have to go through that.
Hey, appreciate it.
So he already did that. So as far as what you want to do with your life, as far as the steps you want to take, that's true. But you just know 95% of the shit I said I did, I didn't do. Now the rest is on you. Now if you make music and you want to put 80%, then you got 20% to get your head chopped off. You feel me? So I respect everything he did. I feel like once you put in that level of work, once you did all that, plus the niggas who know, and that's what's really matters. I don't care what 100 Tom, Dick, and Harry's thing. I just care about that small ratio of niggas that know that nigga was a problem when he was a problem. And that's all he needs.
It's about playing the game because they're always changing the rules on us.
Come on,
so
bro.
you got to stay ahead of it.
Well, you know what? At first, I was a little perturbed by it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what are you doing? Because I'm always about stop letting people in our, as in hip hop's business.
Yeah.
But then my second thought was what you guys all said in differently, but essentially the same thing. He's looking out for Young Thug and other rappers by saying that we lie about our raps, because that's what mobsters do. Mobsters go right on that trial and say, whack means, there was a mole. I whacked the mole. When we talking about painting houses, I was looking for a carpenter. You know what I'm saying? They go on stage or they go in interviews and they lie. Even if it's an op, they lie to protect the business. Right. You know what I'm saying? So from that perspective, I'm not mad at what Fat Joe said. There's a lot of protect the culture zealots out there who, why would you say that? You got to stop thinking surface level. You got to look beyond. Even further than that, the rappers of our time, more so than the younger rappers, no shade, Mase, they never used to say, I did this and I did that. Outside of maybe the mafioso drug talk, but the violence and shit like that, it was a lot of suggestions and would, or they would tweak the perspective of the events they saw, or but they rarely say, I went up to 163rd and I poked this dude on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. How much of our rappers did that? They always framed their stories in a way to where you believe he's talking about his actions, but it's just an event in a rhyme. Right. So from that perspective, I see what Fat Joe is saying. Fat Joe could easily say it was 95%, because Fat Joe would say shit is real, and if Terror Squad would fuck you up. But how many times did Fat Joe flat out incriminate himself in a rap at his peak?
Yeah, it was always like if they were talking about somebody, it was like a faceless person,
right,
a nameless person. Right. It was just like a vague somebody.
It was a phantom opponent. You know what I'm saying?
More talented writers. Let's be honest.
There you go.
Niggas who understood.
He could say it's a lie, because if it's just a story or a scenario of shit that happens in the hood, maybe 95% of it was a lie. Who knows? There's just varying angles. But I think it's more so what y'all said. He's protecting Young Thug and other rappers who might get jammed up, because as much as Rock Nation is trying to do things to where we're eliminating lyrics from the conversation, we're not there yet. Obviously not. We see what's happening with Thug. We don't know what other states would try to do that shit. And as these young drillers in all of the cities, Philly, Atlanta, New York, as they continue, I think, didn't Bobby get jammed up with his own lyrics from Hot Name? Yeah. So it's like, as these young guys come up, you have to find ways to protect them. Just say it's a lie. And for the young guys, stop telling on yourself in these raps, nigga.
Please.
Like, what the fuck was that song? Don't Run No Trip and all of that shit. Like, don't stop doing that.
K-Flop.
Let me not even do that.
It's just crazy to me, because like you'll have situations where like you'll have entire video footage of them boys, you know what I mean, 5-0.
The people though.
You know what I mean?
Them boy them.
They're inflicting their brutality on our people, and they be getting off. Video footage, you see them doing.
Speak on it.
But rap lyrics, song lyrics, that's what we doing?
You gotta have dash cam footage as a rapper now. You know what I mean? You gotta wear a body cam in the studio.
So, you know what I mean? I get it, Joe. You lie. You lie. I get it.
And we respect it. The Rap Roundtable sanctions that story that you told.
More captions.
Applaud Fat Joe for protecting the culture. That's it.
Nah, you gotta change the song. Shit is real to shit is creativity. I'm a fan of it.
Shit is art. You know what I mean? If you haven't figured out by now, you know what I'm saying? We are the Rap Roundtable. In fact,
we are tonight's entertainment.
The beat you hear in the background is produced by Sincere Beats. He makes beats.
Super producer.
Make sure y'all tap in. This is another one of the fire. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Leroy Green, stop tap dancing and saying what you want. The nigga told you what to do. You ain't do it yet.
Leroy.
Nigga. And
we waiting.
If you're an artist, if you're an artist and you're interested in working with Sin, don't hesitate. Reach out. One of us will reach back. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
You know
what I'm saying?
But kids better buy the rookie card now.
That's a fact. Speaking of producers, D. Angeletti, the mad rapper, goes on my expert
the mad
opinion.
producer.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
One of our favorite pods is the Rap Roundtable because they always provide content for us. Sincere and I saw Math. He was with a lady, so he didn't say what up back, but I shouted him out. But he was with a beautiful young woman. That might have been his lady over by the Book of Hove around the corner, whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fire.
On the pod, the mad producer said some things that really upset Sincere the Rap Snob. So I'm gonna stop talking now, and I'm gonna let Sin cook this guy. It might be an early long segment.
Hey, listen, man. Yeah, it's gonna be an early long segment because. All right, so D-Dot was up on Math Hoffa, right? And he was talking about, among other things, how he feels like he doesn't get his proper respect. He doesn't get the flowers that he feels he deserves. Well, I mean, I respect that. You know what I mean? D-Dot, he definitely contributed quite a few monster records, quite a few timeless classics, quite a few hits for the Bad Boy era. You know what I mean? He produced Benjamins. You know what I mean? He produced Hypnotize, the lead single off of Life After Death, the best double album of all time in hip hop. Argue with your grandmother.
Mace is about to jump in.
I'm gonna call grandma later.
He did a few other joints. He did Hove's Where I'm From, one of my favorite Hove songs of all time. You know what I mean? So like, he's got some heat in his resume. You know what I mean? So I kind of understand that, like, that feeling of having the chip on your shoulder when you have heat rocks like this in your resume and people don't really talk about it. They don't bring your name up in producer talk. You know what I mean? So I get it. It's a little short. I'll say that. The catalog is a little short when you compare them to the, as he would put it, the Jordans and Kobe's of the producer world. You know what I mean? If you compare him to the Primos and RZA's, Kanye's, Dr. Dre's. So he made himself out to be like a Karl Malone of the game, right?
Hide your kids.
I'm up to this point. What'd you say?
I said hide your kids.
Up to this point, I'm okay with what he's saying. But then he decided to continue his rant and took aim at the backpacker community, right? Backpacker fans. I put that in quotes because not everybody likes that term. I'm not crazy about that term either. And then took it one step further and threw the legendary J Dilla into the mix, into the conversation. Damn near threw him under the bus, talking about, the backpackers hate me because I don't do this, that, and the third with the samples, and I don't flip them the same. And they're always talking about Dilla. And then he goes on to say how his catalog shits on Dilla's catalog. I don't know if he said the word shits, but basically he was saying my catalog is better than J Dilla's catalog. Yeah. And there's two things that I like. Even I'm a huge J Dilla fan. This is why Jarv came to me about this. So I'm gonna try to put that aside for a second. Just a simple fact that you took issue with a person who's no longer here. You know what I mean? You threw their name into the mix. That person can't defend themselves. You know what I mean? So if you there's so many other people that he could have thrown into that conversation and said, yeah, I'm better than this producer, I'm better than that producer, I'm better than Alchemist, or I'm better than, Exile, or I'm better than, 88 Keys. He even brought up 88 Keys. You know what I mean? But he decided to go after J Dilla, a person who has passed away and is no longer here. And to me, I just can't respect anybody that throws dead people's names into conversations to build themselves up. It's bad enough when you have to you feel like you got to build yourself up by pulling somebody else down, but that other person is somebody that's dead. That's crazy to me. I don't respect that in the least. You know what I mean? On top of that, you decided to pull up J Dilla's name. Like, Dilla's catalog is ridiculous, immense. It runs for days and days and days. Like, I understand you have hits with Biggie, you had hits with Bad Boy. The Bad Boy era is an era. It's a timeless era. You know what I mean?
It's a time. Gotta be fair.
It's a time. It was a time. But I mean, when you really get into Dilla's catalog and see the credits that he has with Common, with Raekwon and Ghostface, with The Roots, with Erykah Badu, fucking Janet Jackson, D'Angelo, like that catalog runs for days and days, and there's like it's so diverse, the catalog. And on top of that, just his sheer beat making ability, his technique. Like he's one of the most innovative beatsmiths that's ever existed, if not the most innovative one. And he's paved the way for so many people to come after him. Even Kanye West will talk about J Dilla and say, "Hey, look, you know what I mean? I'm dope." And this is Kanye West talking. He'll be like, "I'm dope, but I'm no Dilla. Dilla was a different kind of alien, different kind of animal." You know what I mean? And so it's one thing to talk about, sure, popular songs, a few songs that stood the test of time in your catalog, but one, to go after somebody that is no longer here to defend themselves, and then two, you obviously have not done the knowledge to how immense J Dilla's catalog really is and how innovative his style is, because for you to throw him into the conversation, you fucking played yourself, bro. And on that, get the fuck off my lawn early.
Shit. So just for the sake of clarity, is there someone else on the lawn that needs to get kicked off later?
There will be.
All right.
Man.
Double time.
Listen.
They've been convening on the lawn.
If you fronting on legends for the sake of a podcast clout,
Get off my lawn.
if you treated the Math Hoffa podcast like the art of dialogue,
Get off my lawn.
if you want the respect, you should have put more work in.
Get off my lawn.
All them niggas you talked about put in a lot more work than you after the Shiny Suit era. Fair is fair. What has he done since the Shiny Suit era? Like, act consistently. I'm sure he has placements, but a lot of niggas were a lot more active than he was. The last time I heard the nigga, he was on Benny album doing skits.
Yeah.
Burden of Proof, nigga.
Karl Malone.
That was the
It's more
shit.
like Robert Ory.
Ooh.
Shit.
Had a few moments.
Nah, stand on business. Stand on business.
I'm saying
Yeah,
had a few championship moments, but you was never the catalyst, bro. You was on a team of hitmen
Yeah.
that hit better than you.
And so let
Hey,
me.
hey,
Pause.
Whoa.
my God.
Is Megan Thee Stallion on the podcast? What's going
Oh
on?
my God. Damn it, man.
Sorry, man. It just, you know what I mean? It just came out of nowhere.
So, Deanie,
Yes.
what do you have to say about D-Dot's thoughts?
I don't know, man. I feel like maybe I'm playing devil's advocate when I'm listening to it, man. But I was like, I kind of understood what he was saying. You know, J Dilla's a legend and a half, but Benjamin's is not to be played with, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
Where I'm from is not to be played with. I'm talking about these are songs that we category. If they ask you to name
Deanie the bail bondsman?
a top 20 hip hop records in your catalog, some of those joints would be in there.
He's not on anyone's list, Deanie.
Not
like, at
you don't
all.
have to
I
be
mean,
on the
he's
list. I'm
arguing
talking
that
about-
he should be, right?
I'm talking about the music.
That's what he's saying.
The songs that he's made are like staples in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I love Dilla. You know what I'm saying? But we don't argue him as far as the
Stop
staples.
playing. You don't love Dilla, bro. You
I
don't
respect
love
Dilla.
Dilla.
I respect
You
Dilla.
respect
It's obvious that you don't
You
love
don't
him.
love Dilla.
Yo, I can
It's
argue with
busy
my
with the whole
goddamn
beat,
father,
man.
my nigga. I can argue him down. I love that nigga to death. But if that nigga on some shit, he's on some shit. I'm just saying, I respect the whole complexities for the sake of pure complexity. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. There's beauty in that. But there's also beauty in simplicity. Granted, he might not have been as technically gifted or as skilled as a Dilla. But you know what I'm saying? But with his so-called lack of technical ability, I mean, we just talked about a couple of the records. He's made grandstanding hip-hop records, so I can understand why he would feel a little slighted. You know what I'm saying? When you be around and you see how Where I'm From comes on, you see literally the world shakes to that when that song comes on, bro. You hear who has not rapped to Benjamins? You name any rapper worth their salt, they have a freestyle to
Benjamin
bro.
beat. Pun said it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
He's been a part of major staples, and I can understand how, even though you've been a part of that, all they hear is fucking, I ain't got no shit, son. That's all people are thinking about.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
it's the fact that he didn't do enough.
A lot of people didn't
Where's
do
the
enough.
classic album specifically produced by him?
Or
75% produced by him?
You know, I don't want to have that statement because a lot of people use that same argument against Biggie.
What do you mean by that?
I don't want to.
Against Biggie.
Yeah, he only had 2 albums. A lot of people use that
But they're
same shit
classics, my guy.
against him. Same
But
thing with
he
the Dilla
died.
joints. I mean, same thing with
you know what?
D-Dot is
you know
here,
what?
bro.
You know what? Nah. It's been a while. Now, because now I'm mad.
Here we go.
The fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
The fuck are you
the
talking
fuck
about?
are you talking about?
Bro,
This nigga don't
jump in.
got a classic album.
Not an album.
Produced. Biggie got 2 classics.
What happened?
Off
He
the
lost-
rip.
Did somebody chop his hands off?
But when you talk about a Hove got a lot of classics.
They
You talk
stole
about
his
Nas,
MPC?
Nas got a lot of
Genie,
classics. I'm just,
Genie, you
I'm
can't put yourself in elite producer conversations without the classics, nigga.
I'm not putting him in
Fuck.
elite producer conversations.
You shooting this nigga mad bail, bro.
I'm just saying I could understand how a nigga who's made such bangers could feel a little slighted.
That's a
all I'm saying.
song, bro. Niggas got albums.
You're right. But
Just
a lot of
Blaze,
people hold that against
Kanye.
Biggie. Say he should have had more work.
Fucking Metro got in the South. got
Granted, he passed
Dr.
away.
Dre,
I feel like the 2 works that he did.
Manny
granted,
Fresh.
up there.
Manny Fresh.
Shit.
I'm gonna back you up a little bit here, Diddy.
Hey, both of y'all get the fuck out of here.
Talk to me. The side of the room
Y'all
is a
got
little
me.
Haiti.
Y'all got me caping for J Dilla. I don't even talk about this man
Because
like that.
I understand where D Dot is coming from to a degree, right? Because as you know, listen, I don't have the time like y'all fellas, but I think Dilla did get a boost from Death. You know what I'm saying? I understand where maybe
Wow, what is
his
going on here?
contemporaries.
Don't do that.
That's
Bro,
not
what the-
crazy to
don't do
say.
that.
Bro, we
going
say
on
that about
here?
everybody who passed away. They
This
get
is
better
what I'm
promotion.
saying. We
Always
can say that about Pac. We can say that about Big. Don't know. Yes, it happened to Dilla too, bro. Let's
Niggas was
stop
talking
the
about
bullshit.
Dilla before he died, bro.
Niggas
What are
was
you
talking about
talking
Biggie and Pac before they died. They didn't get a boost from Death though. Everybody gets a boost from Death if you're great in the first place. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
The
So I
mystique grows
understand
even
how
bigger.
somebody who was a contemporary of Dilla and was saying I was putting up
can't
top
believe
records
this
when he was
bullshit
alive.
that I'm hearing right
You know what I'm saying? I understand where he's coming
I
from.
don't give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You could dap that nigga all you
Yo.
want.
Listen,
Both
man.
y'all are full of shit right now. I
keep
can't
it
believe what I'm
clean.
hearing.
Yo,
It's the
me and
truth.
Job, we and Job about
It's
to
the
hit
truth.
that Hulk Hogan and Macho Man.
We've been
what the
cooking.
fuck?
We've been cooking.
What
for
is
four-
going
we've been
on?
cooking.
And this is the
We've been-
problem. Hold on, Dini.
Go
This
ahead.
is the problem, right? Because when it comes to Dilla,
They know
Zab
this
ain't
shit.
never screamed like this before.
Because
you know
you
what
know-
I'm saying.
but-
When it comes to Dilla, we can't be real, and
No,
that's
no, no,
where
no.
his contemporaries
But see, that's the problem.
are upset.
No, get the fuck out of here, Mase. Get out of here. We're not even talking about Dilla. We talking about this nigga
In
putting
comparison.
putting himself in conversations where he don't have the bodies of work.
And see,
He don't belong
I can't
in the
even yell like
conversation,
this.
The
bro.
reason he don't
Not
belong
bodies
his-
of work,
his-
but those little pieces of work are
the reason
immense.
he doesn't belong in
If-
the body in the conversation is because nobody really knows what the fuck was going on over there at Bad Boy.
But
we don't know if it was
D-Dot
Nasheem Myrick.
came up
We don't know if it was
no,
Puffy.
D-Dot came up at the time if he
Don't-
had the classics, niggas would have gave him his flowers. my nigga.
Don't do that either, because we live in the age of Wikipedia. Everybody can
Stop
go to
it,
Wikipedia and go down the track list and see
I
You
guess.
the
Whi-
Wikipedia
which
god,
guess.
nigga.
which one,
guess.
which tracks did D-Dot produce, which ones did Nassim produce, which ones did Jesse J
Stevie
produce.
J.
Come on now.
Stevie J, sorry.
The Jesse
Wi-
J.
Jesse
Whoa.
J. Which ones did
Damn
Stevie
it.
J produce? Which ones did Chucky Thompson produce? Like, we can see all of that shit.
I mean,
Almond
I
Ra,
guess,
that dude
but
too, right?
Almond Ra.
but do we believe that when it comes to Bad Boy, right? Like,
Only
let's
be-
be
nah,
honest.
let's put it on
it's
the table.
always been shaky, but to say the person
hands in the
because
pot.
he's clearly kind of trying to position himself as the architect of the Bad Boy sound.
I
and
respect
if we
that.
saying a Bad Boy sound is not comparable to anything anyone's done, then we lying to
But
ourselves.
he can
fact.
say what he want to say. The credits are what they are, gang. All I'm saying is, if he had the classic, we wouldn't be so kerfuffled right now as to why he's talking like that.
And look, I've been standing on business on this topic for several years now, because when we had the producer Tears talk,
Yeah, God tier.
and y'all was telling me that we should put the hit men in the one of the tiers on the list. I'm like, yo, the hit men is like at least 5 motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, so D-Dot could be somewhere in there, but we don't know. We don't know. Like you said, you know what I mean? Like, it was a lot of people that were
Giving
contributing
ideas
to that
over there.
to
Right.
that sound, and there was a lot of sharing between all of them.
Right.
So
So that's my issue. I just feel like D-Dot can't take his 20% credit and try to act like he was that nigga over at Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure when the Freako stopped, Puffy was coming to get some of his advice too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, based on Go
it's like
Time.
whatever, you know, I'm not trying to give D-Dot all the credit. And that's
Okay.
my issue is that D-Dot is trying to position himself as the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Who
part
was
is bad.
That's my
steering
problem.
Bad Boy.
That
You
part
know
He
what
didn't
I
do
mean?
enough.
That's the problem. You know what I mean? That's my issue.
All I'm saying is, and when it comes to Dilla gets more flowers from his children than his albums. Like Dilla's greatest love comes from all of the producers who are under his tree, who say like, I studied under Dilla and my skill set is what it is because of Dilla. Nobody's saying that about D. Angeletti.
That is true.
There's
That's
mad Dilla children in the fucking rap game.
Right.
That's true.
And if you're not, and if you like, let's say you use Kanye as an example, because he's one of the loudest children. If you come under the Kanye tree, you're a child of Dilla by default. Like Hit Boy is in lineage, nigga. Just as an example.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like he's responsible, just like how Q-Tip is responsible for a lot of niggas. Nobody's saying that about D-Dot. So how he can position himself that way? Based on what?
Sidebar, just a question. Do you think Kanye has surpassed Dilla, or you think Dilla still got it?
In terms of production style?
Yeah, just like as far as making beats, like the outcome
In terms
of the beats,
of beat
bro.
making, no.
Yes.
No, I'd say Kanye got it. But
I say at Kanye's peak, I have a hard time putting anybody in front of him.
yeah,
In terms of beat making,
I feel
I
like
don't think, no.
I feel like you're talking
Well,
about
how he separated it, though.
the complication of it all.
No, here's the thing. Here's my
Dilla
my
can't make
stance.
graduation.
I'm
bro.
talking about surly output, bro, not the
here-
complexity of the.
Here's my stance on Kanye West. Kanye West is a very good beat maker. Jay-Z noticed it early on, but if you go back and listen to the Blueprint, Just Blaze and Bink both outproduced him on that album.
Easily.
You know what I mean? Like in terms of the beat, in terms of the composition of the beats.
That's why when
You know what I mean?
who said what he said about Ye, it didn't make sense.
Kanye West beats were good. They were dope, but they were, when you go back and listen to it, they were a little bit on the simpler side.
Just Blaze was who they thought Kanye was.
He knew moving forward, if I'm going to be that guy, I got to know who to enlist to be on my team. He had like basically his own hitmen on his team, and that team would rotate all the time as the years went on to keep up with the sounds, the ever-changing sounds of the hip-hop landscape. But he knew who to have around him to fill out the beats. Like whatever he heard in his head, he'd be like, yo, guitar player, play that, or bass player, play that, or Timbaland, bringing Timbaland in to beef up his drums on Graduation on Stronger, because he couldn't do it. He didn't know how to do it.
If you put Dilla over Kanye for that, would you put Dilla over Dr. Dre for the same reason?
Yes.
Would you be serious?
Wow.
As a beat maker?
Wow.
Yes.
Like this is more like a conversation of which liquor is more distilled and which one
But
just
look,
gets you drunk.
nah,
Like,
but look,
bro, I don't care if you ran it through this shit like 40 times, bro.
But look,
the outcome.
it's the same. It's the same as the conversation
Like, what are we
of
doing here?
who's the best rapper and who's the best lyricist. You know what I mean?
I see.
It's the same
I see the
dynamic.
I see the science to that.
I dig it too.
We gotta move on. I think we need to revisit the latter half of this topic on a live at some point.
We might have to.
Because he's basically giving Dilla the heavyweight championship.
He is.
Oh,
Like,
God
yeah.
tier.
heavyweight champion beat maker is Jay Dilla, according to Sincere Rap Star. Chat, take note, because we will be back.
I had him in God tier. I got outvoted.
No, but you're giving him number one.
And you will again.
If he's above Ye and Dre, who else you put him? Is he? We gonna talk about it on the live. We're gonna talk about it.
Right, here we go.
Fabulous put out a breakdown about how artists get paid via DSPs. Although we covered it months ago,
Right.
But what a unit amounts to, how much streams you need to sell
was
one
watching.
unit.
Hey, also, shout out to everybody that stole that picture and circulated it around the rest of the internet, because I recognized it. Everybody that took it, I recognized it. We got to start putting our logos on the fucking thing.
We got to start being tacky.
Absolutely.
Got
Got
to.
to. Gotta play the
Watermark
game.
gang.
So now that we're platinum, double
moving up.
platinum.
We're moving up.
Now that we're double platinum on
2
Twitter,
times.
you know what I'm saying? We gotta start doing some shit a little different, right?
Elon, cut
talk
the check,
about
nigga.
What I need Elon to do is to get rid of the Rap Roundtable on X and so we can have that domain.
Yeah, we need
Because
that.
that page is dead.
Come on.
But anyway, Fabulous put that situation out there, broke down what the streams are, and it got me to thinking: is it time to just get rid of DSPs altogether and have people revert back to buying albums? Albeit the phones make it difficult, but I say just digitally buy your albums on iTunes or Tidal or wherever you get your Spotify. I think it's time to go back there. Masito, you're the person, you're our numbers guy. You hear me saying that it's time to get rid of the DSPs, just go back to buying music. You say what?
I'm gonna have to disagree with
That's
you, y'all.
fair.
I'm gonna have
That's
to
fair.
disagree with
That's
you.
fair.
I understand because when Fab threw up the comment, it was in reaction to 50 Cent clowning Ross for his first week sales. I think it was 31K and some change.
Right.
You know, listen, at the end of the day, man, the game is the game, bro. Like, I understand it looks crazy, right? Like 1,500 streams, this, that, and the third. But do you think niggas gonna start going to buy CDs again? And if you have to pay what you're paying right now for all music, you don't think like overall music sales will go down? You know what I mean? Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. I'm just saying a lot. The kids are very progressive with they technology, bro. I feel like if we went back to the old days, kids would figure out some way to divert that shit. And my thing is, at the end of the day, like, I get everybody's upset, you know, 1,500 streams from here, premium streams, YouTube streams. It seems very confusing, right? But what did a radio spin count towards a record sale back in the day? Do you know?
I don't.
Exactly.
It didn't count,
Nathan, right?
Nothing. So at the end of the day, bro, it's like the game is the game. Like, you gotta move forward. Like, it's niggas back in the day that felt it was unfair. You know what I mean? For the way they counted shit. We all remember he shipped platinum, but he sold 450,000 shit. You know what I mean? We remember them
Still
days.
got a plaque, though.
You know, exactly, but not the money though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Talk
the plaque
about
was
it.
for the label. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's always been trickery in the game. It's always been fuckery in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to act like, you know, DSPs are unfair, I'm sure the niggas that's moving, you know, that's streaming don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas who can't catch up is always gonna feel like it's unfair. You know what I'm saying? Like, some niggas feel like YouTube is unfair. I love our views, personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? When you losing, you're gonna be upset, bro. Like, so, and no shots to Fab, because Fab ain't even dropped the album in about 5-6 years. So, you know what I mean? He need to get off of the comments and get in the studio. You know what I mean? But
Mase, just for the sake of argument and a table y'all could take this to. 46 million plus streams equals 31K units? That's crazy.
I mean, it is crazy, but it's like back in the day, you would have bought the album, spun it that many times, and it wouldn't have mattered to their bottom line.
Well, but what I mean is, if somebody had put out a project that got spun that many times, how is that not platinum?
Here's where I'll chime in. I don't think, I mean, clearly the DSPs are not going. There are some days where I wish we would, you know, revert back. There are some days where I wish like the DSPs have done more harm than good. But obviously, you know, technology is what it is. The game is what it is. As Mase said, we gotta just accept it and move forward. But in moving forward, we do have to figure out a different formula for how these numbers are gonna break down. Because the way I see it, and y'all tell me if I'm bugging, we pay $10 to $15 for a streaming platform per month. You know what I mean? That's about the price of what we used to pay for an album.
Yeah.
It's
CD,
less, nigga.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Pay 17, 18, depending on the, you know what I'm saying, where you went.
I mean, but, you know, first week it'd be on sale, $9.99, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, you're paying that much per month. If you spin an album, any song from an album, during any given month that you pay $10 to $15 for the service for, that should be a sale. That's a sale. You're accessing the album with your $10 to $15. It don't matter what artist it is. It don't matter what album it is. You access something with your $10 to $15 that you're paying for the access to the music. The same amount that we used to pay to buy a fucking CD. That's a sale. That should be what it is. If I'm bugging, then I don't know. Let's figure out some other way where, like, you know, however many billion streams equates to a little bit more than just 30,000 units sold. We got to figure out something out, you know, some new equation.
So check it out. Check it out like this.
Not mathing.
Check it out. So right now we record and we drop shit on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And everyone who's on YouTube can pretty much pull up and tap in and listen to our shit. You know what I'm saying? When we drop the Patreon, keep your eyes peeled. We coming with that Patreon. When we go crazy, that's when we're going to see who's really fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be the people who put the money up to fuck specifically with our content. Because I paid $10 to listen to them shit and I listen to your shit, bro, doesn't mean I bought it, my nigga. I might never listen to that shit again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that don't count as an actual... Now, I'll take it to this. Out of those 6 albums Nas just dropped, in that last 2 year span, I bought 2. How many of y'all niggas copped an album? You know what I'm saying? Actually purchased 2 of the albums. You know what I'm saying? So I can say I fuck with the album. I fuck with the music. If you listen to it once and never listen to it again, that counts as a purchase? How many albums did you buy cash, listen to it once and never listen to it again, bro? How many?
It used to happen, bro.
How many, bro?
I don't know.
You spend cash and you.
I did the math.
I bought artists I love, so I didn't go through that.
I did the math, and $18 in 1996 will be $43 and change now.
Nigga.
Now, if you think I paid $43 for all the dogs, that I would listen to anything for the rest of the year, you're bugging. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest here.
Like, time changes. We grew up on the era where you remember, my nigga, we went to the store. It was a troop to the store. We ripped the plastic off the album, nigga. We went through the linear notes. It was just a crack in the CD. That crack when you first took the CD out of the fucking case, that's a crack. Yeah, they don't know about that, bro. They know press play. We're never going back to that time. The only way we're going back to that is if you actually got them shits in your trunk, my nigga, and you going through the hood like, yo, cop this. As far as niggas like copping albums like that, bro, they gotta love the music or they just gotta love the individual. Them days is gone, bro.
Here's what I was saying. I think that the music business should kind of adopt what the film industry does. There's an exclusive window where the movie's in the theater, and then it goes to the DSPs. I think new albums, especially large-scale releases, should have like a 3-week window that's exclusively, if you want to hear it, you gotta buy it.
I actually like that idea, though.
If you want to hear it, you gotta buy it.
I like that.
And then, let's say 5-week window, you get it at half price. If you want it free, you gotta wait like 6-7 weeks before you can get that album.
On the DSP.
And if you really support said artist, you will spend that bread.
A lot of
then we'll see who's who out here.
Right. Yeah.
Because to me, if you have an exclusive purchase window, that eliminates stream farms. Because now we'll see who has the fans, who's spending the paper. Because like as an example, just using Nas fans, we've seen in the last 2 years that Nas fans are very active. I think if Nas fans had that kind of opportunity to just buy the album, Nas's first week sales looks completely different.
True.
As opposed to an equation that says this millions counts to that.
Right.
So maybe do the film shit. A 3 to 5 week window where you gotta buy it, and then after that, then it's free.
I like that.
Or you do kind of like what Nas did with the last joint and actually just put it in the stores and just pray for God.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like people are so afraid of spoilers and FOMO, just general FOMO, that they'll spend the bread.
We're gonna check it out
and just buy it. You know what I mean? And I think this way everybody eats. We get a real idea. Because to me, I feel like we just don't know who's really lit like that anymore. Because between stream farms and the fact that we can go on our internet and see like Nas and Jay-Z going crazy, but then it's only Cole, Drake, and Kendrick that's doing 6-figure units first week. Like, where's that divide? Like, how does that work?
That's a huge chasm.
Right. Like that doesn't add up to me. That's nothing against those guys. I'm just saying the presence of those 5 artists in particular are so large in hip hop that I just don't believe that the chasm, to Sin's word, is really that far. There's some funny money involved. There's some funny business, and I feel like by making niggas go direct to consumer for a short period of time, we'll see who really is lit and who's not lit out here.
I would agree with you, but after what Most Def and What's the Call went through, I mean, is that really?
Look who you naming? And they didn't put it on Apple, nigga. They put it on fucking Audible.
Oh, Black Star.
What I'm saying is that they have a following, and I don't think they sold that many units. I'm just saying, like, people, it's.
I mean, then they got exposed. That's what y'all been saying. We used to really see who's who.
I'm in the sense of there's a lot of artists that kind of want to keep it like that because they don't want to get exposed. You get what I'm saying?
They want the facade.
There's 2 advantages I'll say of DSPs. You never hear the artist beating up nobody because their album's on the bootleg, it's on 125th no more. You know what I'm saying? You never hear about that shit anymore. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, it's like DSPs, they have their little advantages. You know what I mean? You don't have the leaks anymore. You know what I mean? Like I feel like DSPs at the end of the day, to act like, you know, the record business before DSPs was righteous and everything got counted and everything was good. Niggas was complaining then too about shit not being fair. So I feel like it's always gonna be a
I just feel like
generation of niggas feeling
the
like
adjustment for inflation is so crazy.
It is a little crazy.
That's all.
It is a little crazy.
I want to eliminate that extreme inflation and see what's what.
What did you say?
I like your idea though.
What did you say it equated to from 1996 to now?
$43 and like 17 cents, 23 cents or some shit.
All right, so let's say what we're paying for streaming services a quarter of what an album would sell for.
Right.
All right. So
So if you
a quarter sale, you spend something at any given month. That's a quarter sale.
He right.
Fuck it.
He right.
Or Jar's idea. One of the two.
Nah, I'm down with that.
So we
I'm
got
down with
ideas.
both.
Also,
if somebody's out there listening.
Also, you can kind of fudge the numbers with this shit because, like, I mean, most people nowadays, if you own like an Apple device, you kind of own like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? You got an iPad, you got a Mac. There's niggas that's probably just running every fucking
Well, yeah,
device.
think about it. I mean, they had said it, I think, cool, when KD3 came out, like, go to Station Head and just run the streams up. Because you got to play the game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I feel like if these niggas is putting in all this work, let's see who really have fans out here.
Go
That's all I'm
purchase the
saying.
album if you're gonna do all of that.
And me, I appreciate like it getting counted after the initial sale that you ran it. You know what I mean? Because I promise you, fucking Illmatic and Reasonable Doubt would be diamond by now if niggas was counting how many times you played it when you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
talk about it.
That's the way I feel personally. You know what I mean?
I'm not
Sound
mad
like
at
a
that.
cheat code.
Real quick, E40 in the interview said that he doesn't like the place that hip hop is in because everything sounds the same. Deanie, when you hear E40, a West Coast legend, not an angry New Yorker, not an angry podcaster, saying that E40 out west says he feels like everything sounds the same. What do you say to that?
I respect that from E40 because he's done everything but sound the same his whole career. You know what I'm saying? So for a nigga that you know what I'm saying? So for a nigga that's been so different and like, you know, had his own vibe like since forever and a day, listening to 90 rappers who pretty much rap with the same tone, cadence, fucking energy, it must be off-putting, bro. Like, because he's from the era where niggas like really like try to create the wheel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is the era where it's like, nah, this bitch already got 4 wheels. We ride it out. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand why a brother like that would feel some type of way.
Got
Say
4
what you want
wheels.
about West. Say what you want about E40, but he's been very creative, very different his whole career. So
Right.
from him, I salute that. Give it to him.
Sim, talk to me.
I seen a video not too long ago of him going down the list. What was it on? It was on Sway. It was on Sway show.
Oakland's finest.
He was going down the list of all
Sway
the
one of the last
slang.
real ones.
Yeah, for
Real
real.
got the
talk, I
answers.
fuck with Sway, man.
He was going down the list of all of the slang terms that he invented. It's all Bay Area slang.
Hey.
And chances are he was the first one to come out with it. You know what I mean? I can't remember the whole list, but like if it's out there. Look it up. But it speaks to E40's innovative spirit. You know what I mean? His music has never sounded like anybody else's. His flow clearly has never sounded like anybody else's. His delivery, his lyrics, his slang, made up his own slang. You know what I mean? So if there's anybody I'm willing to hear this from, it's gonna be E40. You know, along the lines of what Deanie said. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, shit. We've been over this topic a couple times here at the table. I'm leaning towards agreeing. But there's certain people that have said it that I'm like, yo, bro, shut the fuck up. Like you're one of them ones that's just
Lil
carbon copying the
Yachty.
next motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
But you know what I mean? It's all in who the messenger is, and E40 is an A1 messenger for
Lil Yachty's the worst rapper ever.
for this sentiment. You know what I mean?
They see talk to me.
I know that, screaming at each other and disagreeing on podcasts is what, sells.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to agree with y'all. If y'all want disagreement, go back to the last
Yes,
topic,
the
guys.
Di-
You know what I
the
mean?
Dilla segment.
You know what I mean?
Dilla
Go back to the
segment.
Dilla segment. You know what I mean? But I
Tag
gotta
team match.
I gotta agree
Or
with the
our-
fellas, man.
Our debate video. Go run that up.
Hey, with Sin
that was
defended
classic.
Outkast.
Demi vs. Sin was a classic. Super classic.
Demi said, "Fuck the rules."
good on
Yo,
that.
he tried to
I'm
get
good
me
on
off
that.
of my spot, bro.
Interrupt.
Yo,
What the fuck?
Good
Oh,
on that.
shouts to Demi, man.
Demi, real quick, if
Salute,
you're
Demi.
watching, make that a shirt, bro. I'm good on that. I'm good.
Yo, listen, I got one first, Dave. You heard?
Oh, God.
But I gotta agree with the guys. First off, like the nigga who, in the era of originality, tried to sound completely different from anyone, I'm gonna respect your opinion for better or worse, because niggas clown E40. You know what I mean? There's literal. Do you remember the infamous Biggie interview in Canada where he was rating rappers and he just flamed up E40. Like E40 had a particular style, you know what I mean? Even amongst his region, you know what I mean? Like I'm a Spice One fan. I fuck with Sibo. I fuck with the Bay rap, bro. Like and E40 don't sound like none of them niggas. So it's like I'm gonna respect what this nigga have to say about sounding different. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
I have to. I have no choice. And the brother got it out the mud. Let's not forget that. E40 is one of the original niggas, shout to Too Short, that was selling shit right out the trunk.
Short dog.
Getting it on the independent side. You know what I mean? And just like we said, Lil Yachty, you know, kind of just said the same shit, right? There lacks originality in hip hop. The only problem is that we've been saying that for a long ass fucking time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody else just coming around to it now.
Everybody coming around to it. Yeah, it lacks a lot of originality, and it has for a few years now. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? So, listen, E40, I respect what you're saying. I respect how much of an OG you are in the game. I fuck with Oakland, fucking Marshawn Lynch. Pac lived out there for a little while. It's real niggas out in the O. You know what I mean? Once upon a time, I read an article. You know what I mean?
In the Bay. Be clear. Like, what's the O, cuz?
Oh, right. Might think I'm talking about Orlando. But I fuck with them. You know what I mean? Like, I remember once upon a time reading an article where they say, yo, Oakland is the Brooklyn of Cali. You know what I mean? And from that day, I said, I gotta visit. You know what I mean? So I fuck with Oakland. I fuck with, you know, E40 to a degree. I'm not bumping E40, you know what I'm saying?
Respected the creativity.
But we respect E40 because he's a real one.
He's a real one.
What was the story where Biggie had to come see him?
Hey, I ain't want to have to bring it out, but
Real
nigga definitely paid for Biggie to come out to his show and lined him like, yo, nigga, you say that shit again, it's a rap for you, bro.
Shit.
Like,
E40
let's
was a solid nigga.
E40 was Mob Todd, you know, I know Jay Prince type shit, you know what I mean? So, shouts to E40, you know what I mean? I ultimately agree with him. Yeah, obviously it lacks originality, you know what I mean? A lot of people have said that, but it's like E40, I don't know if maybe this is the first interview you had in a while, but it's been that way for a little while, bro.
I mean, what I say is E40's not wrong, but I think the biggest problem, maybe not a problem, but it's just the reality. The internet, social media, once you cut through all the regional divides and everything just becomes the same, everybody's gonna sound the same. Nigga, I'm at work. I tell y'all niggas I work in a fucking high school. And well, high school again now. I'm back in high school, y'all. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? And they slang, all slang is the same. I mean, New York, we always gotta have our little twist on shit.
Right.
But there's general lingo that everybody says. And it's like I'm listening to them talk and I'm like, yo, this is not back in my day. We didn't talk like this. So of course shit sound the same.
Right.
Drill sounds the same everywhere. The only thing about drill rap that sounds different is the accents on these niggas.
Right.
But the general premise is what it is.
Flow, everything.
Trap is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The only region that really stayed true to itself for the most part is the West Coast niggas.
Shouts to y'all.
And now you see now recently with the quote boom bap niggas, that's ours. Cause you really can't boom bap like that, like a New York nigga. You can try. You can try. But the popular shit all sounds the same.
Yeah.
It's the internet, nigga. If you get rid of the internet, people start going back in their corners.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be some originality.
Right.
Yeah.
But as long as there's the internet, as long as there's one common voice, there's one popular person, everybody's gonna sound the same. Like we New York niggas, we don't say standing on business. That's not our shit.
We don't
you know what I'm
say
saying?
cap, you know what I mean? But I do.
Niggas in Atlanta saying dead ass, you know what I'm saying? And facts. That's our shit. You know what I mean? It's just there's no more barriers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how I look at that. But Masito,
Nah, you right.
What you got for us this week? Oh, you got
just real quick. Anybody out there, stop calling it Gen Z slang. It's not Gen Z slang.
Yo, they be
shit.
calling it Gen Z slang. They be
It's
calling
our
it
shit.
AAVE. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Once y'all niggas
I'ma
get the
be
acronyms,
honest.
I tap out.
It's,
You know
it's
what I mean?
us, man.
I'ma
It's us.
be honest.
We make all the slang, bro.
But fuck it, Masito, what you got for us? We in the industry or we young people today?
Well, listen, man. In honor of our guest we spoke to earlier, Streetz, the most versatile lyricist in the game, can get over any beat, rap anyway. I decided I can't just give you one thing today. I gotta bounce around a little bit. Pause. You know what I mean? Like I can't just be the voice today. You know what I mean? I gotta. You know what I mean? I might.
Masito, the politician.
I might be chatty with the fellas in a second. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Chatty
alright.
boys segment.
But first, on some industry timing, this week Jay-Z was he got 19 new RIAA certifications. On his birthday, various records, Oceans, Holy Grail, on to the next one, different albums. You know what I mean?
He bought it himself.
And that's what I want to address, because you know, whenever I notice that there's a section of the folks that are a little bit ignorant to how the game works, you know what I'm saying? I gotta, you know what I mean? I feel, you know what I mean? I start getting upset, you know what I mean? So I seen a lot of people, you know, because what people say is Jay-Z's bought and paid for. Jay-Z, you know what I mean? He just pays for his shit. Listen, guys, I need y'all to understand how the RIAA situation works, because we had this also with J. Cole not too long ago. Got a bunch of different certifications.
Joe Budden get a plaque for Pump It Up? Like that,
Joe Budden got a plaque for Pump It Up. I don't think 1 million people spun Pump It Up this week. But this is how it works, guys. You have to understand. Matter of fact, do me a favor, guys, and y'all can even pause this if y'all want to. Go to the RIAA website. Go to the gold and platinum section. Go look at All Eyes on Me, certified platinum. Certified diamond in 2014. Like, you have to understand that how the RI certification system works is that my certifications might say I sold 3 million. And if my record label doesn't go back with the RIAA and certify my shit, then it'll say I sold 3 million for the next 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? I might have sold all type of shit. So Jay-Z getting 19 certifications in 1 week just means that Rock Nation sent the invoice over to RIAA,
on time for his birthday.
You know what I mean? That's how you supposed to do it. J. Cole did it right after this year of crazy performances. Lil Wayne, you know, or 50 Cent in the club got diamond certified right when he was going on tour. That's what artists do. You know what I mean? It's marketed. You know what I mean? And and your shit will sell. You know what I mean? Go to Life After Death. You think that you know, 10 million that it said it sold in 2016 is where it's at now? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not how it works, guys. So it's not Jay-Z, you know, buying 3 million records in a week. I'm sorry, 19 million records in a week. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how it works, fellas. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not sending shots to nobody, but I'm just saying, like, y'all gotta dig a little deeper. Pause.
You gotta say it. They gotta do the knowledge.
They gotta hashtag do the knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a great way, if I could just chime in real quick, it's a great way to get over on the people that don't do the knowledge, because there's gonna be a lot of people out there that's gonna be like, oh my God, Jay-Z just got another 19 plaques this week. That's how much people have been spinning.
He sold those albums. She ain't gonna
man. Like, he's let them build up, just like J. Cole let them shits build up, so that he can make his claim like, yo, I'm that dude. You're not fucking with me.
That's how it usually works in the game.
The pot before we move on?
Of course, go ahead.
I feel like he played that just so he could say, yeah, while your niggas putting out a bunch of tunes, plaque. That
might have been it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
19 plaques?
19 plaques.
That might have been a shot. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it.
Does it count for a stream when you use like the song on Instagram? I don't know how does that work?
Nah.
Don't count for that?
Nah, don't count.
They don't even own their own shit on Instagram.
Because I'm sure the streams on that alone, just like every time somebody posted a picture at the Book of Hove, another
right. And it's weird. Job is right to it. You know what I mean? I like to fight him, but Job is right to a degree, because it's like you got to pay 30 seconds and it counts as a stream. It's really weird shit in the streaming game. But my whole point was that it's always been weird. But my whole I got a little chatty with the fellas, man.
We got more.
I got a little chatty with the fellas. This week, man, it's been a little controversy between the OVO captain, you know what I mean, and Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
Now, earlier this week, there was shouts to Hip Hop All Day, popular Twitter page. I believe they posted us when we talked about Kendrick, you know, Drake and
it's about the
Cole.
numbers, right?
Shout out to academics.
Shouts to Act, you know what I mean? Like, we've been on that page, you know what I mean?
So Hove quotes.
Shouts to them, you feel what I'm saying? But they posted, you know, basically saying that Heroes and Villains was garnering 10 million streams a day, while her loss was at about 4.5 a day. That's a lot of streams a day, either way. But shouts to Heroes and Villains. And so Metro Boomin replied. He said, in her loss, he basically said, yet her loss still keeps winning Rap Album of the Year over Heroes and Villains. Proof that award shows are just politics and not for me. I don't care about awards, honestly. The true award and reward, in all caps, is knowing the music I spend so much time on brings joy to
Niggas
people
don't care about
everyday
awards
lives.
till they win one.
I don't think writing in all caps was the only all cap. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Right.
Listen, a little salty. You a little salty. Drake.
Her loss is better than Heroes and Villains.
I felt the same
You know what
way.
I mean?
I felt the same
Heroes and
way.
Villains is tough though.
It's the eternal debate. The
They're
eternal
in the
battle.
same tier.
You know what I mean? Not yeah, but like, sales versus accolades. You know
Is
what I mean?
Timberland
It's
gonna
always
win
gonna be
an
this.
award over Jay-Z? I don't see it. You know what I mean?
Honestly, that's how it works. And soon after, Drake replied on his story. Damn little man, I'm just trying to do me. The record's 2 mil, I'm just trying to move 3. You know what I mean? Drake replied to that, and then they say he unfollowed Metro, but I don't know if he was following Metro in the first place, to be honest. But and that kind of goes back to maybe about 7-8 months ago where they had static with each other. The original Knife Talk was released with a Drakeless version of Knife Talk was released just with 21 Savage, produced by Metro Boomin.
I didn't know about that.
The story came out that Drake tried to get on Heroes and Villains, I believe Trance with Travis Scott and Young Thug. He approached Metro Boomin about getting on it, and Metro Boomin rejected him. He rejected him from getting on there. So it's been kind of static between.
This is weird.
Yeah, it's been a little static between Metro.
I bet you there's a woman involved.
There's always
What if the niggas just
Listen.
fit on the record sometimes?
Well,
Sometimes it just don't work.
two
you know what I'm
things
saying?
rich niggas beef about: money and pussy.
You feel
That's
me?
it.
According to academics, Metro been kind of pillow talking around town. He said he done dealt with a couple of say well, Metro did. He heard some things, but you know what I mean.
Metro.
I said we getting chatty, fellas. Come on now. But
Just clap the cheeks and roll off the mattress.
that's it.
Don't talk.
That's
Leave.
it. And it's weird that you're slandering her loss when your man's 21 Savage is
all
half
over
of the
that.
album. That's
All
some
over that.
true hate,
weird.
bro. Future record with Drake every other day is some true hate. So I'm interested to just see the dynamic between Metro and Drake. What's going on there? You know what I mean?
What's her name?
What's her name? What's her name?
That sound like the name
Because
of an album from Drake. What's her name?
it's a little weird. It's a little weird situation going on between maybe the top mainstream rapper on a pop level and the top mainstream producer on a pop level. It's very
Or
interesting.
just heavy competitiveness, even through homies. You know what I'm saying?
You never know. You never know. But we watching them tweets, Metro, because you can't hate on the boy. Come on now.
All right, we're gonna be quick about it. We got the mailbag, my favorite segment. Macito, this one is for you. It's the vibes. His name is Chinadu.
Oh shit.
He says, bro, why is your name Mace? You're weird.
Listen, man, blame my mother and father, you know what I mean, on that snowy December day, you know what I mean, for saying, hey, there might be another guy named Mason out here. Let me, you know what I mean?
Couple of days, if I'm not
Hey,
mistaken,
man,
right?
I'm going to get at moms, and Pops is going rest in peace, but I'm going to get at moms, you know what I mean? We never knew there was going to be a Harlem rapper that blew up with the same name.
There you go. Do you need to balance? This one is for you. Bootney Lee Farnsworth. I'm not repeating that. Don't ask me to. 7307 says, technically, 808s and Heartbreaks isn't a trap album. Future spawned the current generation of rappers, not Ye. There'd be no Migos, Gunna, Rod Wave, Cardi B, Juice WRLD, or Pop Smokes, or Lil Baby if there was no Future. What do you say to that, Dini?
Kanye is the one that set the tone for the auto tune to really get the vibe. Granted, like T-Pain's been using it forever, and Lil Wayne had his little moment with it, but it was that album is a staple, bro, and it literally set the tone to get everything we pretty much have now. So I disagree with that. Future's a part of that. Future kind of took the mold from that Kanye joint, especially when it comes to the singy, you know what I'm saying? The shit you don't like, the singy Future. That's where he essentially adopted that style from. So Cap, and I can't pronounce your name anyway. So
Sincere the Rap Slob, this one is for you. 100 Times Square says, the New York City GOAT, Esco, dropped 6 albums in 3 years, 3 hip-hop documentaries, went on a world tour with Wu-Tang, put on a mega concert for Hip Hop 50, and started a benefit for hip-hop pioneers.
Check.
Don't get excited. The
All
ATL,
facts.
the ATL GOAT has no solo hip-hop album, no classic solo hip-hop
This is
song.
perfect. This is so perfect. This is so perfect.
talk about it.
And now he's playing a damn flute. Some do hip hop, some are hip hop. To say the rap style, what do you have to say to that? That's what people get excited.
Cold blooded.
All facts.
All facts?
All facts.
No bail for
No bail whatsoever. Now get to the lawn, please.
no bail for the flute guy.
No.
Cape is off.
All right.
Keep it running. Keep it
So-
running.
Well, for the flutist.
So we're in the music shop looking for flutes. Pause. You know what I mean? We come across this guy who looks like a hobo with an orange beanie, looking at a flute.
right?
Cecilia Rapsnod walks in looking for an NPC, a new NPC, and he asks the flute guy too.
Bro, listen, man. I mean, we talked about this already in the lunch hour, but I have to. It's still sticking with me.
The flute is still sticking with you?
I can't let it go, bro.
Flu game.
Yeah,
Flute game?
I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't, like, in my heart, this pains me.
Denounce it.
103,000 got to get off my lawn,
Flute
bro.
player? Oh, man.
103,000 and everything about this flute album and surrounding this flute album, it's all.
After all the shit you talked for years about this nigga,
yes,
Leather in the
you
summer,
can't get him
silk
off
in the
your
winter.
lawn?
Yes.
All right, hold on. I'm getting the fuck out
Listen,
there.
y'all know
He's
how
out of here.
Hold on.
man.
Let him cook, bro.
Get
I
him.
just it had to be done, man. I couldn't take it anymore. Look, when I heard that he was putting out a flute album, I'm like, all right, cool. This is definitely not what we wanted, but let me see how it turns out. And I was already I was very skeptical. You know what I mean? Because like everything that I had seen up to that point of him walking around with his flute just like randomly playing in the streets, I was like, this guy is just like,
It was a rollout the whole time.
it was but he's just playing whatever comes to mind. He's not really like practicing or not really like taking the craft seriously. He's just like, he feels like playing the flute in the streets, so he's playing the flute in the streets. Fine, right? So now he's putting out a whole album of this shit. And I'm like, all right, maybe I might get surprised and find out that he's really been honing his craft as a flute player. By the way, pause to all of this. And and then I heard it and I was like, no, my instincts were right. He's just picking up a flute and just doing whatever comes to mind in the moment. Further confirmed by the fact that in this interview on CBS, he basically admitted that he doesn't know what the fuck notes he's playing. He's just fucking playing whatever comes to mind, whatever he feels like playing. Now look, all of that is all good and everything. Like, if you do that on your own, in your own room or whatever, in your own house, but you put out a whole album. You had a rollout. It's just
Take your time, son.
Since pissed.
It's just
Something to play.
You thought him turn red.
It's just I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on in his mind with all this entire rollout for this album.
That's what you thinking?
Look, and
Salting
then
niggas
there's
along
people
the
that
way.
listen. There's people that listen to the album, and they're trying to convince themselves that it's fire. They're trying to convince themselves that it's some genius shit, some brilliant shit. Like, this man is not, like, he doesn't take anything seriously anymore. He doesn't take hip hop seriously. You know what I mean? So there's that aspect of it too. Like, everything about it is just like, I can't take it anymore, man. Like, you know what I mean? You haven't given us the rap album that we all wanted. We've made excuses for you. We've put on the cape for you. No, I'm saying
Soldier Boy, bro.
Not we at this table,
Okay.
but we as the fans. We're like,
Okay.
all right, we understand you. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're playing a flute. Okay, fine. We understand you. You know what I mean? You want to put out a flute album. All right, fine. We understand you. We listen to it. It's not fire, but some of us are trying to convince ourselves that it's fire. All right, we understand. But then the final straw was when you went on that interview with that, high school teacher looking motherfucker. And you basically said,
They don't look like that no more.
I don't hey, listen.
Fucked up.
You
right?
you basically said, hey, I did not want to partake in any of the hip hop 50 ceremonies or celebrations. I quote unquote don't want to look back. I want to just, move forward. Look, just say you don't fuck with the culture anymore. You're past the culture. That's fine. But all of that put together, it's just I finally got to the point where I'm like, yo, Andre 3000, like I can't even call myself a fan anymore. Like, you gotta get off my lawn. All of this put together is just, too much.
And even further.
Like, who is this guy? Where'd he come from? And why do we fucking keep acting like he's somebody that we need to fuck with? Get rid of this guy.
I'm not even gonna add to the loss. Sincere scored with that one.
Cook that nigga, son.
Fire.
It's episode 86 of the Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir.
We done scrounged up some more topics
Hey.
and had a blast. we hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button on the way out. Roundtablemerch.com. Copy one of these truckers. Make sure you tap in. Let me get that right. Let me get that. Salute to the Rap Snob. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Jay Dilla. Don't touch it. You motherfuckers do not touch it. Dilla.
Where's the D dot vinyl?
You know what I mean? Fucking
Anybody got the
turncoat.
mad rapper the vinyls around
You know what I
here?
mean?
They
Make
even
sure
press up
if you
them
feel,
shit.
if you feel generous, hit us up on Cash App. But again, roundtablemerch.com. Copy them truckers. We got some more merch coming real soon.
That's a fact.
Fuck with it. Lock in with us. New York's #1 underground hip hop podcast. Soon to be New York's #1 podcast. Period. But just keep locking in. You soon see. Hey Sharon.
Hey, girl.
Dini the Balance. Take us home.
Yo, y'all know what it is, man. It's the Rap Roundtable for another one, man. Masito, voice of the industry. Dini, the balance of the force. Sincere, the Rap Snob, a.k.a. the top Dilla fan. You can't fuck with him.
Super producer.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's
super
what he-
producer, super beat maker, super engineer, super technician, and the point guard. Facilitating.
The GOAT.
Lobs always immaculate. Pause. Jaw, the point guard. It's the Rap Roundtable. It's another one. Boom! 86. We out of here.